say you're going to cry there. Now your time it's going to live on Ghana Talks Radio now. Mondays and Fridays, by the time it's going to carry bravo. When you say Monday, then day. Aya mamere abakwasem Africa, Ghana, our heritage. Eka mamere ni amani yeteti abakwasem hon komo ni yedi. Aya hina ni yekoni now Friday ni ye bass on bass. Friday yeah rap. We dey talk about entertainment. We dey talk about music business. So join me this Monday and Friday. Be our live on Ghana Talks Radio. Don't forget, so before all the social media platforms, like Ghana Talks Radio and Ko Intakra. Me so me page and so Ko Intakra. Now listen, about your fire, about your job, our Ghana Talks Radio. Don't forget, so be download the app on the Play Store and the App Store. Call me. Your time it's Ko Intakra. Monday and Fridays. Jinamu D will be a mamiara timing up at 7 p.m. sharp. Yeah, the Jumedi and bro. Here on your guy, on your guy.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials. From Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bliss,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Ghana Talks Radio, #1.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
Ghana Talks Radio, #1.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. It's a beautiful Monday morning, and you are welcome to the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show right here on Ghana Talks Radio. This is a news headline review. Right here, we bring you all the latest headlines in making waves in the news. From business to politics, from sports to entertainment, we got you covered with the most relevant stories and informed perspectives from my knowledgeable ladies right here on the show. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Right. Joining me this morning is Miss Debbie Adoso and Miss Regina Bless. How's the weekend for you?
Exciting.
Oh, how exciting was it? Just us. And also back door.
Well, I got a whole day to rest.
Oh.
And I have to, strengthen my metacarpals and phalanges. So,
Well, they're 24 hours resting.
the whole day.
The whole day. Right. Miss Regina?
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm good. I'm fine. How was the weekend?
It was fine by grace.
Was it restful?
Yeah, it was.
It was.
But
Was it?
with detailed, you can't say programs here and there, but I was able to rest.
Oh, right. MC. Thank you. What's the occasion today? I see you two wearing black.
I wonder.
Are we going somewhere? Did I miss the memo? Right. So before we dive into our major news items for this morning, there's been a video of one MP, the MP for Triple constituency. I think that's after Kwabinya or somewhere about. She made a comment with regards to the budget. So after reading the budget, they dropped down from Parliament House, and bloggers and some journalists, they wanted to seek the opinion of what some of the member of parliament and some of these dignitaries actually think about the budget reading. We asked this woman a question: how do you see the budget? And then what she said was, she made a comment with regards to the cancellation of the COVID-19 levy. That she's a businesswoman, she went to buy something in the market that particular day, that same day, and the COVID-19 levy is still there. It hasn't been taken off. And a lot of people have been bashing her in the comment section. Like, is she an MP? Did she read at all? How does she understand budget reading for 2026 when we're actually in 2025? What should this actually tell us about our, those we vote for to represent us to represent the constituency in our Parliament House? Because myself, even if I'm not even there or even in Parliament or up to that level, once I see 2026, that should tell me that, this is actually money's being assigned for projects in 2026. So why then was she telling the public that the COVID-19 levy is still there? That night, were you expecting it to just vanish just like that, or what? Is this a sort of misinformation or disinformation? I just don't know how to put it, because it's very confusing when you watch the video yourself, and some of the comments coming right there in the comment section is very discouraging. What should that tell us about the people that represent us in Parliament?
Now, we have misinformation and disinformation. Before, they should tell you the kind of MPs we vote for them to represent us. They are middlemen. They interrogate between ourselves and the government. Budget reading, when I think it came a week before Thursday now at forcing read it. So that week, no, you didn't see it, you didn't read what was on the flyer. And I believe that you can't say list no Omochema MPs to know whatever you are going to talk about, to know the in totals of the story.
Right.
But you, I shock. And see, I'm not saying by MP, I know within me that I can do a better job than the woman. Who catch and say COVID-19 levy no moon free which is supposed to be scheduled for 2026.
2026. And even that the president even has to sign.
Yeah, it's not yet approved.
Even Amoka Somoe e levy It took time.
Yeah,
Before
it
it
did.
was taking off.
It did.
And your magician, at first on your magician, okay, and a room, but wait to simple English
Calculation.
language. Yes, in 2026 made 2026 budget reading. Until 2026, no one is in 2025 and answer them.
Well, the reason why I'm saying that misinformation or disinformation could come up in this case is that what about those that cannot read and then they hear from this woman saying this? Is that not she misinforming those people?
Because even before the finance minister went into parliament, he went on ground to speak with the traders. He made them understand that coming next year, this is what the government is up to. What are your take? Should we deduct something? Are we adding something to it? So, see, you will be shocked to know that the people you see them selling under the hot sun, most of them, 90% of them, they are educated. I've come across a cassava seller before. I went to interview her back then in school, not knowing she was a graduate, and the kind of English she was speaking, in my mind I was like, wow. And she told me that she graduated from school, but bibinti and I didn't have. That is what she said. So it should tell you that 90, even when we go on ground to report and then talk with these women, the people we feel like they are uneducated, when they talk, it makes sense. If you tell me 10 times 10 minus this, I will use my calculator. But the trader at the market will just give you the answer straightforward. So it should tell you that they are educated. And most of these members of parliament, I feel like, should I say they are ignorant or what? And Regina said something before we start. 90% of the members of parliament we have, they do not even know their purpose of why they are in parliament. They don't know. Because as a parliamentarian, if someone should come to interview, if you don't have any idea, don't talk. Just excuse yourself and then tell the person that, please, I'm sorry, due to something, maybe some other time. Simple. Why you waiting? Let people say what they want to say. It's better for you to excuse yourself than embarrass yourself. 2026 budget, okay, she's out of the box.
Yes, because
he also commented and he was like, how did this woman get into parliament? No wonder she belongs to the other party.
Because it just was the same woman who was campaigning with LGBTQ plus during the Ablekuma North Rerun election, going about house to house telling people that if you vote for the NDC,
I think this is the time we are supposed to bear with the Minister for Education. Haruna Idrisu said there has to be a library for parliamentarians. You don't wait. He made a claim that most of these parliamentarians wait when they are about to interview them. That is when they'll be rushing to be reading news to get more understanding about it. As a parliamentarian, it's just like you being a journalist. You have to know business kakra, sports kakra, way kakra. Sometimes when we sit here, it's not every day we talk about current affairs. Sometimes we talk about sports movie. Entertainment quite a fair movie. So if you don't have knowledge about all this, you will get lost. You just be messing up yourself. It's sad though. A whole MP. It's a shame if I'm to be a constituent or a person in a constituency. I'll feel very ashamed to point to and tell myself that this is my member of parliament. Maybe member of parliament one some poor parliament said that. Or it's true. Me want to say Jofikini.
Maintain product on your popular.
Most of them don't.
Yeah,
talk.
Most of them.
Don't talk.
The last time I heard of him was when he has been appointed as a board member for, I think, National Petroleum Authority, between OT, Volta, and I'm saying, hey, this man is alive now. So I believe like it's time. If you don't understand about something, then they ask. Sometimes you bring question on board and be like, oh, I said now answer this one there. We don't. But then we have to research at least to get the basics so we can talk about it.
But I just feel like this one is actually simple knowledge. 2026. Like you just came out from that place. How did you expect that they should take it off?
Do you know her problem? They are following the footsteps of the minority leader, but you've forgotten that the minority leader is well educated though. He's just doing that because of propaganda. So if you want to follow him and also do that propaganda, you will end up disgracing yourself and disgracing the party. But what disgracing party no poto? There is nothing you can tell me that will raise her name from the bad books into the good one.
It's so disappointing.
A whole member of parliament.
A whole member of
I saw request a video of me. I'm going to
don't worry, you see it. All right, let's dive into our major news items for this morning. Focus on stability, not aggressive growth in 2026. Financial analyst advises government. Financial analyst Toma Amihe is calling on the government to prioritize economic stability over rapid expansion in 2026, warning that Ghana's recovering economy remains too fragile to support an aggressive growth push. His comments follows the presentation of the 2026 budget by Finance Minister Dr. Kisel Atuforsen, themed Resetting for Growth, Jobs and Economic Transformation. The budget outlines government's intention to consolidate recent gains while beginning a shift toward job creation and productivity. Mr. Amihe, however, argues that stability must remain the anchor of national economic policy in the coming year. He believes that the government has taken the right approach by placing stability ahead of expansion, similar to what was seen in the 2025 budget. According to him, Ghana's return to macroeconomic stability in 2025 was stronger than analysts projected. He highlighted the unexpected drop in inflation to single digits, noting that even he doubted the possibility earlier this year. While acknowledging these improvements, Mr. Amihe urged caution, stressing that the broader economic environment remains delicate. His remarks add to ongoing national discussion about how fast Ghana should move from stabilization into full-scale expansion and job-led growth. Right, that was coming from Mr. Toma Amihe, who is a financial analyst. And then he mentioned that it looks like we are forcing, I said, like Ghana's economy is too fragile for expansion, and then in as much as the growth is coming, but let's focus on the growth rather than the expansion, as it looks like we are forcing it too much. We should rather focus on expansion, we should rather focus on growth rather than expanding. He made mention of how inflation has dropped to a single digit. He's really impressed about it, and so on and so forth. And this actually follows the presentation of the 2026 budget reading. But so far so good. How do you see the budget?
Yes, I think what we were expecting was what we saw, although I didn't get to hear more on job creation. I don't know whether he made mention of that. I didn't get to hear of that. But in all, I would say it's good, because one of the things we are all looking up to is to still scrap some nuisance tax that we felt were still in the system.
Yeah.
And that has to do with the COVID-19 level, because to papas so with the COVID levy that was taken off, it was good, because you see, with the COVID levy, it was the motive behind bringing it on board was positive, but we didn't see that, and so it needs to be scrapped. So I would say that with the 2026 budget, it's good. For me, it's good. I'm only hoping that it manifests or it materialize into what we vision it to be. And also with the stability of the city, you know, no matter how fast you want the economy to grow, if the city or the economy is not being stabilized, that you cannot experience that maximum growth you want. You might get to a place, but then you can. You see, where we are right now, it's like we being hanged, because we don't know whether inflation is going to go up or come down again. Although the finance minister is trying his best, but the only thing we can do, or the hope we can have, and then hit on our chest and be like, well, we are going to see more growth in coming years, is when we know that the cedi to the dollar is stabilized, and then there's not going to be an instance where the dollar will overcome the cedi, or there's not going to be an instance where inflation will rise up again, or we are going to run in more debt, although I know we are already into debt. But if we have a focused number, and then we know that, well, the city is stabilized no matter what, we are not going to, the dollar will not overcome the city no matter what. Inflation is not going to go up. And then when it's happening like that, don't forget that the economy controls everything, every affairs of the state, because everything you have to do has to do with money. And when we have a problem with this, it affects us. It affects us because we don't just wake up and then come to work. You buy things, you eat, you dress up, you take good care of yourself, and all this has to do with money. And that is why when there is inflation, we the citizens get to suffer the more. So I feel like with the stability is key. When the stability is being maintained, for growth is assured.
Right, thank you. Miss Gina, what do you think the government should focus more on, stability or growth?
As she said, if they focus more on stability, no matter what, growth would come.
Right.
It's just like you trying to be patient with something. At the end of the day, whatever you want, you get it. As a young youth who is trying to hustle in life, but when you rush or rush, when it comes to growth, we all need growth in our lives, and especially when looking at Ghana as a country like this, we really need growth. We are still, should I say, underdeveloped and developing as well, because there are some parts of the country where things just say they still have it in them, and so we still need growth. But here can growth, no, we should also check stability as well. You need to be stabilized. You need to find your feet in something before you can move on to growth. So how do you move on to growth? You can't move on to the next level. So with what the security, no, is it security analyst?
Financial
analyst, Mr. Thomas, okay. With what he's saying, I do agree with him.
Producer, be careful.
You know his name sounds like something.
Yeah.
Thomas.
So we need to focus on stability first. It should be our first priority. Then when we are 100% stabilized, then we can move on to growth. But please, they shouldn't rush to combine both. If they do, then they will collapse.
So I want to add something small to what he said. Mohammed's administration of whether the city is going to stabilize or whether inflation is going to go high will start from next year. Because this year is just like you laying the foundation and doing everything. It will start from next year, because mind you, next year we are not going to IMF. So how are we going to survive as a country? We are used to begging for arms, but now we want to be on our own. Are we sure we are really going to be independent, or we will still be dependent on people? So from 2026, that is when we'll get to know whether this current administration is purposeful of stabilizing the economy, like really stabilizing the economy, or maybe it's just a fallacy. See, every government that comes on board, your first year is very excellent, but as the years goes on, that is when we get to know the true nature of whether you will be capable of doing the work or not. So they're just praying for them and hoping for the best.
Right, well said. Moving on, Ahiagba calls for end to GAF recruitment form charges after deadly stampede. Director of Communications for the New Patriotic Party, Richard Ahiagba, has urged the Ghana Armed Forces to immediately stop charging fees for recruitment forms, describing the practice as unfair and exploitative. His call follows the tragic stampede during the GAF recruitment exercise on Wednesday, which resulted in 6 deaths and several injuries. Mr. Ahiagba argued that with Ghana's high unemployment rate, young people should not be forced to pay for forms just to access job opportunities. He said the practice places unnecessary financial pressure on applicants and undermines confidence in the recruitment process. He added that charging for forms creates room for exploitation and contributes to desperation among applicants, which can lead to unsafe situations like the recent tragedy. Mr. Ahiagba called on the government and military authorities to reform the recruitment system to make it more transparent, fair, and safe for all. Has the payment of enlistment forms been part of their recruitment? He asks, because that, for me, is an extortion that must not be allowed to continue. Right. So this is coming from Mr. Hiagba, who is saying that why should people have to pay for job opportunities when they have to, they are going to work for the government? Why then do they have to, buy the forms? It should be free of charge, in his words. That's what he says. Why are you laughing?
I didn't want to say he's funny, but he's funny.
He's funny.
Yes. Because the same thing was done during their time. So he's now realizing that it is now a big problem that needs to be solved. You see, when I sit and then I said that these people, they are wicked and they are mixtures of witchcraft and wizardry, you will tell me that I'm not speaking well, but it's true. You've been in power, and then this thing has been ongoing. You couldn't wear that lens to identify that it was wrong.
But in your own words, do you think that the military recruitment, the Ghana Armed Forces shouldn't charge for recruitment forms at all?
Oh no, they are not supposed to charge.
You think
like recruitment forms? Yeah. Oh no, it should be free.
It should be free.
Yes, it should be free. I think after you are being recruited, you go on ground for 6 months. You'll be trained for 6 months. Some 6 months, some it take like a year, or some 7 months, and then you'll be graduated as a soldier. They don't just recruit you and then you take the uniform. No, you have to go through the basic, and that has to do with the training. So after you are being recruited, that is where I feel like maybe you are supposed to pay something, say maybe your admission fee or something, because they have a camp where they come there.
Because the only thing I know they pay for is for the recruitments and then the uniforms.
Really?
That's the only thing I know they pay for. It's just like you going to the university and then you want to apply. You buy the forms.
Yes,
they don't give it
do.
to you for free. Yeah. So I think this is the same way the military, when you want to get into the military, is also done.
But some people are overdoing it.
For me, I don't see why
some of them will overdo it.
Yes, especially with the protocol. For that one, you will pay. Know that you pay,
because they don't have a fixed amount they pay.
I learned it's 250 Ghana cedis.
It keeps increasing every year,
and I feel like it's okay.
It's cool.
When it comes to the 250, I feel like it's for everyone. That's open and partial. And when it comes with this protocol and all that, that is where they charge huge sums of money.
That is your choice. Yeah. So if you think you can afford it,
then you go for it.
Then you go for it. So
and I think we also need to tackle this. When it comes to recruitment, I believe even with an institution, when you want to recruit people, you have a target. Let's say maybe 12,000 people. Now you open the portal for these people, there's 12,000 people to apply. Why not make the system in a way, say, when it's clocks that 12,000, then it closes
automatically.
But here lies the case: these people, they were just receiving.
So what happens to the money that they've received over
this? What happens to them? Because also per 12,000.
That is where the question comes in.
So that is where, I get you. That is where it can. Is it that they want just for the money or they want for the people?
See, the debt. See, this money, when I was coming, I was thinking about this debt could have been avoided.
Far avoided.
It could have been avoided. Just yesterday, I saw one video of one young lady who was a victim. With her eyes, you would not see anything like white. Baby, your moja. And you can only see the black, pupil. And open everything is red, and she's limping. And I was like, you know the struggle this girl went through for her to be alive.
Even those who survived, I learned 2 are dead, so we now have 8 people who are dead. Yeah, 2 passed on the course of the week, so 8 people are gone.
Ghana Armed Forces.
And what saddens me is that after all this has happened, that is when they know the right thing to do. Because I saw the interior minister come out and say that they are going to create 15 centers.
That is our problem.
Yeah, so why didn't you saw the number, and
we don't believe
when you were receiving the website, when you apply, you get a signal or you get notified that someone has applied, so you get to know the total number of people that have applied. And if you are telling me that these people should come and obviously they will show up. So what provision did you make? You that you are looking at the portal and you see that almost like 12,000 people have applied.
It's because we've been doing it consistently, so they feel like, well, this is one of the normal ones we've been having.
But I know, say, if you're organizing something, you check the total number of people coming.
It's just like you organizing a seminar. Then you have chairs for just 20 people.
Now
so
almost 100 people.
So what happens to the rest? What do you do to
you
them?
See, we don't accept the notion that prevention is better than cure. We always wait till the deed has already been done. Then that is when we take action, and it's bad. Now I've learned that the government want to, for those people who fell victim, they're supposed to bring a representative from the family who wants to be, whether in the military or.
So what if I don't want to be in the military because someone died in my family? I have to go for it. It doesn't.
Replacement.
It doesn't really sit well for me. So this whole recruitment thing, they should do something about it.
Yeah, do something, or they won't.
So who would you hold accountable for this tragedy?
For this one, everyone, from the Minister of Interior to the government to even the people who received this recruit.
Yes.
They are also to be blamed
checking the portal,
because the Interior Minister cannot do it alone, so he has his subordinates, and those people are supposed to check that. We will sit here and blame the Interior Minister. What if the message that are being sent to him is not the right thing that is being done? So I saw a video where someone was calling for the person in charge of the armed forces should be sacked.
Oh yes.
Because you know all this. You cannot tell me that you have no idea about what is going on.
I would say that is the source of the problem. Because if you are watching the portal,
you will
close it. But because of selfish gain, you want the money. You want the money. So
and that 250 CDs, we might think is kakitwa.
But people struggle to get that money.
I think one thing you should also tell the government that you should try to explore other sectors and make it a bit less expensive. They make certain professions so expensive that you cannot get in there. Law. You have to write. You can't say bar, right? You have an exam you are supposed to write before you will be admitted. Before you will be admitted, and even after that, getting a work to do. We've had couples of lawyers graduating every year, but near some no, and then we've made professions
practicing the law.
I don't even know
how many courthouses do we have.
The single ones who have influence.
Yeah, they are the only one.
Oh, so I say, Shabi started practicing.
Yeah, because she has the influence. She has made a name for herself already. And then we make professions like teaching, nursing, so common.
Even
if you have the passion to be a lawyer, you don't have that money, so you just have to divert.
You just have to divert. Right. Moving on. The minority leader in Parliament, Alexander Afenyomarkin, has issued a strong warning to members of the New Patriotic Party Minority Caucus, saying internal divisions are weakening their role in Parliament. Speaking at a caucus engagement, Afenyomarkin said the biggest threat facing the minority is not the majority side, but their own disunity. He noted that instead of standing together to hold government accountable, members continue to engage in internal disagreements and factional politics. The minority leader stressed that while the majority is focused on sidelining them, NPP MPs are unintentionally making the job easier for the government by remaining divided. He urged MPs to put their differences aside and remember their duty to represent the people of Ghana, describing current disunity as a burden on citizens who expect strong parliamentary oversight. Afenyomarkin also accused the government of economic mismanagement and abuse of state institutions, saying a united minority is necessary to challenge what he called rising public frustration. He insisted that beliefs must be backed by action and warned that failing to unite amounts to betraying the expectation of Ghanaians. While the majority is working so hard to put things in place, the minority is also causing chaos and just a division. Because for me, from my point of view, as it stands right now in Parliament, I think it's only Afenyomarkin who is holding the MPP as it stands now. So we'll be at on the shame from
I drink, and then okay.
But why? No, like I mean, shy this actually came out. Once the majority is fighting so hard to sideline them, NPP MPs are in Parliament and they are causing chaos, division, disunity, and then all of that. Just that their concentration is not even on criticizing the government and then putting them on their toes. Immediately the majority finish bringing up a policy, what they know is come and read scripts, press conference. That script, even if you tell them to explain it, they cannot explain because someone wrote it for you.
They know me to tell Papa, so okay.
This, would you think, looking at the kind of behavior they are putting up, they will be able to come to power again?
Well, we are human beings.
I'm not cursing them, but I'm just saying.
We are human beings. Our thought is not the thought of God.
True.
But with what they are doing, I can boldly tell you that Ghanaians are fed up. And I'm happy that it's coming from the minority leader. He noticed that. And they're making the work of the majority so easy. So easy.
So easy.
So easy. Do you
Very
know,
easy.
even when recently when they were in Parliament, I think one side of the minority stood up to question Speaker of Parliament. It wasn't even matching what the speaker was saying. I feel you have to hold the sign and tell sit down.
Sit down.
Oh,
I saw that video.
I've forgotten his name.
Yeah.
And I was like, Ukraine, I hope I pray you want to also talk. The media should recognize you. Supposed to be Sabra.
And I remember the day train I was watching the one MP stood up. The speaker gave him 10 minutes to make his point.
Yes, he was speaking around the bush.
Okasebiana ya boegu me say, hey, entimu school na man ko bi answer day.
See, John Dumelo has been in Parliament for how many months now?
Yeah, but he's working.
He's working. Yeah. That is what we want. It's not to be recognized by the people. If you don't take time and do your homework well, you're going to embarrass yourself. Oh, Mr. Man, why?
But the minority is joking.
See, we are laughing, but this is not a joke. It's not a joke. You see, I think the speaker has to organize classes for some members of Parliament. They're supposed to understand the constitution.
I don't know if you read, sorry not to cut you, I don't know if you saw on the media where the speaker said he has a book that he will share for all of them to
read. To read. He is supposed to organize classes for them because as a member of Parliament, the 1992 constitution has to be in your fingertips. Yes, because if you are standing up to argue with the opposition, they use the constitution to back whatever they are saying.
Exactly.
It's just like you being a lawyer. They have a puncher, you're the punching opponent. If you don't read it, you will lose the case. You might be good, but you don't have the punch lines. Where's your control? Me that I'm not a parliamentarian, I know that you're supposed to get it. Sometimes we discuss about issue here and then we search for a backup in the constitution to make whatever we are putting out there vivid.
So I think with what Afenyo said, would you agree to that assertion that the minority is weakening their own role?
To do.
They are their own enemies.
They are their own enemies.
No one is their enemies. They themselves. And they should work on it. They've preached unity, sounds unity, Papa.
Your conference now about unity.
Maybe we should allow them to go to the beach. All of them.
In
they
fact,
go and vent.
They need
seriously.
Or there's a restaurant around East Legon which has war room.
Yeah.
Just enter,
go and vent and come back, because it looks like there are internal issues in the party. So even if you speak about unity, Obeka say bomo. It's all kind of on your way. Obeka.
10 years I
feel like when you are tackling an issue, you need to tackle the root cause.
The root cause of the issue.
So
with this particular issue, what do you think the root cause is?
It has to do with maybe I deserve this position, and it has been given to someone.
And a lot of
Baumia and Kennedy Japan. You see, some just like you are saying that the national television is not to broadcast candidates, but then you broadcasted Baumia. So what are you trying to do? So as I said, there should be a room where ABS and you've offended me. No, I can't you. So I can't dear. Obia settle. I don't know. You feel comfortable.
Hey, you vent.
As you go home, Obia Canadian, you've understand me. I've also understand the point you're coming from. Asan.
Yeah. No, how do you know? Because
man, can you? Now can see me for me. So.
So, minority in parliament, your minority leader said you are making the work of the majority very, very, very easy. Whilst they are working so hard to, do things the proper way, to sideline you are making it very easy for them to sideline you. So please.
And they are making it difficult for their communicators.
Right now, I think the difficult thing to do as a communicator is speaking on behalf of the NPP. This is a uchantro. So minority, please let that unity be between you, so that you can put the majority on their toes. Right. I think that will be all. Without any further submission, this is where we draw the curtains for the news headline review. Up next, we have Today in History with Miss Regina Bliss.
Today in history, after 10 years of construction, the Suez Canal opened in Egypt. The Suez Canal opened in Egypt on this day, 1869. After 10 years of construction, this man-made waterway connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea, providing the shortest maritime route between Europe and Asia, by allowing ships to bypass the long journey around Africa. 608 Jews are arrested in England for counterfeiting coins, and 293 are hanged. King Edward I ordered the simultaneous arrest of all Jews in England on charges of coin clipping, which was a capital offense. 600 Jewish people were imprisoned in the Tower of London as a result of these arrests. The Terminator becomes the Governor of California. Actor and former bodybuilder Arnold Schwarzenegger was sworn in as the 38th Governor of California, earning the nickname the Governante from his most famous role as the Terminator 800. He won the position after a special recall election on October 7, 2003, where he defeated incumbent Governor Gray Davis. Washington, D.C. sniper John Mohammed convicted. One of the D.C. snipers was convicted of capital murder under an anti-terrorism statute conspiracy to commit murder, and illegal use of a firearm. The jury recommended he be sentenced to death, which a Virginia judge imposed on March 9, 2004. To some observers, World Prematurity Day, to raise awareness of the challenges and impact of preterm birth. The day shines a spotlight on the urgent need to improve care for babies born too soon, while providing practical and emotional support for their families. National Homemade Bread Day, to encourage people to take or to bake bread at home instead of buying it. The day celebrates the tradition, simplicity, and satisfaction of making bread from scratch, filling homes with its warm aroma and bringing families together. Lastly, National Unfriend Day. Jimmy Kimmel created the day in 2010 to address the overwhelming number of social media friends people have, suggesting it was time to cut out some of the friend fat. It's a reminder to evaluate one's online connection and to remove people who cause annoyance or bring negativity, thereby making space for more meaningful interactions. And that's all for today in history and some observances live on Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Miss Regina Bless, for today in history and some observances of the day. As you heard it, the most important one for me, National Unfriend Day. If you see that someone is stressing your life, it's not adding any value to your life, it's not making you a better person, and online friends, please delete them. Not everyone is qualified to be your friend. Some people, work, school colleague. It's not everybody that deserves that title to be called a friend. So that's an observance today, and this is what I leave you with. Right, Debbie's Girl.
Welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that concern the state, void of politics, fear of favor. Ato is forcing is a fallacy. Stop clapping for him and thank IMF. Richard Ayangba, MPP Communication Director, actually posted this or said this. So we saw during last week that the Minister of Finance brought out a budget, a planned budget of what they would do or what they are going to execute in 2026, and has to do with a lot. He mentioned on some important things that the government wants to touch on. I mean, from infrastructure to a whole lot, and also the detachment of Ghana from IMF. So after the budget and everything, we saw comments coming in from different angles. We saw people commending the finance minister for a great work done, and then we also heard people speaking very ill about the finance minister, making claims, trying to portray a picture that he isn't doing his best enough. And so the director of communications for the New Patriotic Party, Richard Anyagba, is saying that Ato Forsen is not forcing. So why would you be saying that he's forcing? He is not doing anything. So if we should appreciate Ato Forsen, then we need to appreciate IMF as well, because IMF is actually doing a great work and not Ato Forsen. And that is where I would say he's getting it wrong. If IMF is doing the work, is it IMF that is here in Ghana doing all the background checks, going from places to places, and ensuring that whatever is being stated is being accomplished? Is it IMF? I want to know. What IMF does is to support us in finances. So when they give us the money, IMF cannot give us the money and still come to Ghana and be doing the work for us. No, we go for the money and then we come back to the country and then use the money for what we want to do or what we want to see. Well, I see it to be in a way, as some people may call it, maybe enviness, or maybe jealousy or something. Because I believe that in as much as we have two political parties that always oppose each other, at the end of it, it is still one thing we are all aiming at, is to see the progress of Ghana, to see Ghana developed, to see Ghana grow into the country we all want to see. If today Ghana should be well developed like those Western world we see out there, how would you feel? That is not MPP, this is not NDC, this is Ghana. Although Ghana is very common with this geopolitics that has to do with MPP and NDC. But as I said, when we branch these two off, it is one thing we are seeing, and that is Ghana. So whether Ato is forcing, whether Ato is not forcing, it is still Ghana. And you cannot say Ato is not forcing because you brought e-levy. Was it Ato that brought e-levy? You brought e-levy. Was it Ato who brought the COVID levy? You were the people who brought it. You didn't listen to the people when they were calling on you that you need to do something. We are getting tired. Because today you go to buy a bag of rice at 100 cedis. The next day you get to the market to buy the same bag of rice and it's being sold like times 2 of what you bought earlier. You never listened. When you brought the e-levy on board, what didn't we say? We said it's not going to help us as a country. It is not. You told us the money you accumulate from e-levy and what it will be used for. You ended up pumping champagne, cutting cake and all that just to make it seem as if you brought yourself into power and not the people. And that is where we get it wrong. The people gave you the nod, so you're supposed to do according to them. If you didn't do it right and somebody is doing it the right way, what are you supposed to do? You encourage the person, you praise the person, and then you learn from the person. You don't backbite the person. You don't speak ill of the person. Because it is for the betterment of all of us. We are all happy the city is stabilized. Although we are not feeling it that much, but then it's okay. It is one step at a time. You don't jump from class 1 to SS3. It is a process, and we all went through that process. And that is why when we see someone in nursery or KG going through certain things, we see it and we laugh because we've passed through that stages. So you don't just conclude that what Atofosi is saying is a misconception. No. He don't say that. And I also saw that after the former finance minister Ken Oforiatta was pushed out, Adam came in to take after him, and I also saw some comments about the finance minister and what he was bringing on board, that we shouldn't appreciate the NDC and they are not doing anything. If we need to appreciate a party or a government, that should be the MPP. That shouldn't be what we should be discussing here. You know the right thing, you didn't do it. Whether you laid the foundation and they are continuing with it and we are seeing progress, it should be a joy for all of us. We should all be happy. I see no reason why we want to buttress this whole issue with politics. It's not right. Yeah, it is true you have to call a spade and not a big spoon. But we all can attest to the fact that Ato Forson is trying his best. And although this is their first year, we will get to know more of what they want to do from next year onwards. But then I can boldly tell you that Ato Forson is trying his best. The finance ministers we've had, what did they do? The recent one we had, what did he do? Keep approving money for projects on same project, running into loss, signing contracts with ghost companies. And And we had no idea. And you want us to applaud you. You want us to be clapping for you because you are doing a great job. It doesn't work that way. So if someone should come on board and the person is doing the right thing, you should applaud the person. You applaud the person. You learn from it. That is what you should be doing. And that is what the minority should be doing, because I've learned they had a press conference and they will still be having another one. It's not right. Yes, we know that the minority are to put the majority on their toes. But sometimes you need to think about it twice. You messed the economy. You did. You messed everything. In fact, I had no hope that the cedi to the dollar can stabilize, because you've painted that picture in our mind that there is no way the cedi to the dollar can be stabilized. And so when we saw that happen, it was like a dream come true. Because we had no idea. We've never dreamt that a day is going to come where a cedi to a dollar is going to stabilize in this country. I don't know whether I'm the only one experiencing this, or maybe you also thought about that. Because you made everything so plain, forcing us to believe that there is no way that can be made possible. Not to talk about the COVID levy and whatever it is. You see, the COVID levy, it's a good one, because it was supposed to help cater for, issues that has to do with our health sectors, build health infrastructure, but it won't share. And see, even if today we should call them and tell them that they should account the COVID levy they've taken so far, what they've used that money for, they can't even account to us. So it should tell you the kind of people we had before and the people we are dealing with now. So please, enough with the politics, enough with the propaganda. You know you are doing your politics, but as I said, no matter how tight you want to drag this issue, you should have it at the back of your mind that it is Ghana. It is the welfare or the well-being of the country we all want to see. So if someone is doing the right thing and you didn't do it, it's not as if you didn't see it. You saw it, intentionally didn't do it. And then someone is doing it and the person is being praised. Praise the person even if you are paid, and learn from that person to better yourself. Who knows, maybe you'll come back to par. And even if you come, is this what you're going to do? Although that is going to take long, but thank you for making time with me on the screen.
Although that is going to take long. Debbie, how did you know it's going to take long?
Oh, you yourself, you prophesied about this not quite longer. You're chipping words into my mouth.
No, you said it's going to keep long. How did you know it's going to keep long?
Oh, it's well.
Why, you think the NPP don't have hope?
No, they are not ready to learn.
They are not ready to
learn. They are committing the same mistakes. They are not. If only they don't loot to make their way to the top.
Right. That's from Debbie. You people don't want to learn. Learn from the past mistakes and come back stronger. Right. Thank you so much for joining us in the first segment of the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. We'll be going for the news shortly, and then right after the news, we'll be coming up with the main discussion. Please stay with us.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko nikosi alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Welcome to the morning news update on Ghana Talks Radio. Coming up, President Mahama breaks ground for Wahan Navrongo Road construction under big push agenda. Doomsor threat looms till ECG challenges are resolved. Deputy Majority Leader pledges constructive engagement in 2026 budget. IGP calls for military recruitment. Overhaul after Elwak Stadium stampede. Health Minister announces posting of 80% new doctors to district as part of reforms. These and many more coming up your way shortly. President John Dramani Mahama has officially launched the construction of the Wahan Navrongo Road in the Upper West region to mark a significant milestone in Ghana's infrastructure development. The project, valued at 3.7 billion, is to upgrade and rehabilitate over 260 kilometers of roads to enhance regional connectivity and boosting economic growth. President Mahama emphasized the Big Push initiative as a national transformation blueprint to generate sustainable jobs.
This is a great man, and he deserves a national honor from Ghana. He has dedicated all his life to living and working in Ghana. From when I was a young man, he's of my father's generation. And from when I was a young man, he built most of the roads that we know about that we're coming to do again under the Big Push. He has paid his dues to Ghana, and I just want to say God bless him, continue to give him long life and good health. I'm happy to know that his sons have taken over from him and continuing to work in the road construction area. If you drive along many of the roads in the savannah and you see a dam, it is Wadia Ghanaian's work. Anywhere he sees a stream, he raises the road and raises the culverts so that it can create a drinking water area for dry season gardening and for cattle watering. For decades, our brothers and sisters in the northern part of Ghana have endured the pain of neglect marked by broken promises, delayed projects, and missed opportunities. But today, that narrative is going to change. Under this administration, we're not here to make speeches. We're here to make progress, and we're here to deliver on our word. The Big Push infrastructure program we're launching today marks a decisive step forward. It is a bold new chapter in Ghana's journey towards balanced development. It is our commitment to ensuring that no region, no community or citizen is left behind.
Minister for Roads and Highways Kwame Gavin Sagboja has also pledged to ensure quality control using certified bitumen and adhering to strict construction standards.
The volume of bitumen we are going to use on this project alone is over 600,000 tons, which is valued over 7 billion Ghana cedis. Your Excellency, one of the reasons that you see some of the roads we build fail is the quality of materials we use. There's no regime in our country that ensures that the bitumen we use is up to standard. And I'm going to be working with the contractors to ensure that no more free will for every contractor to import anything in the name how do you call it, bitumen and cell. So we are going to be working and have a regime where we can certify that only bitumen that is fit for purpose is used to do your big push project.
The Minister for Finance, Dr. Kaiser Latofosen, has cautioned that unless challenges plaguing the Electricity Company of Ghana are resolved, Ghana risks continued struggle with power outages. Speaking on the outcome of debt renegotiations with independent power producers, Dr. Fosen revealed Ghana narrowly averted a return to power outages through 252 million rescue deal. Dr. Fosen emphasized that resolving ECG challenges is critical to preventing doomsday and ensuring financial sustainability in the energy sector.
So I'm fixing ECG issues. Next year, my ECG can the Sika Wabajin will use the way they want and procure things like we saw. At that one here, no, I have to go for the next 10 years because somebody just want to make money on the back of procurement. Or no, it doesn't matter doing so because what will happen is that Sikana Wajen, they can't pay the IPPs, and if you don't pay the IPPs, they can't pay their service, and it will go down, and they'll be doing so. So that is the part we need to go. And so we are not just bringing in gas to power. We are not building 1,200 megawatts in vacuum. We are not getting ENI and Cosmos and the rest to bring us 150 million standard cubic feet of gas per day in vacuum, but we are fixing ECG. Because if you don't fix ECG, all this investment I'm talking about will go waste. That needs to be fixed, and so we'll fix that. You see, ECG revenues are all about cash waterfall mechanism. Before we took office, it was about 900 million Ghana cedis per month. Today, them cash waterfall now is the same ECG. What as their revenue has gone to 1.7 billion. As a result of that, efficiency, you to use Sikano to be able to pay the IPPs. And the IPPs once Sikadada, I'm a as Ministry of Finance. Now my renegotiate. They may save it it was 1.5 billion. They may save it $252 million. You save it $252 million and ya bombardina the remaining amount. Miss me to for that crop to ya at 1.3 billion or so 1.2 no. I can't pay in 1 year. So I agree payment terms. I've over 4 years. Year one, or they be 301. I've paid the 300 million. Next year I have to pay 344.9 million. Let's say 345 million. I have budgeted the same amount in the budget for next year. 2027, I have to pay another 250. By 2028, I would have paid all the IPP once again now. But I want to commend the IPPs. To be honest, when I called them for a meeting, they agreed, and we've been able to restructure the one debt. Now we what one hand discount kakanka be am 15%, be am 20%. Yaka boom no. We saved $252 million. Nyana nkoten ibinum so we reduce one rate. For example, one of the IPPs when we produce solar no, we've moved their rate from 18 to 6 cents per megawatt hour. That's a significant shift. And then some of them too have like Sun Power and Co. They've all given some discount per day. So it's.
Deputy Majority Leader Pijai has highlighted the significance of constructive engagement during Parliamentary Budget Workshop for 2026. Speaking at the post-budget workshop in Parliament, Mr. Pijai stated that the majority will access each proposal based on its impact. Meanwhile, the minority leader has criticized the 2026 budget for failing to adequately resource Parliament.
Management, strategic partnership, and difficult but necessary policy choices, the government has worked to stabilize the macroeconomic environment and to lay the foundation for renewed growth. This year's budget continues along the trajectory. It reflects a commitment to fiscal discipline, efficient resource mobilization, and social investment. It speaks to government determination to translate economic stability into real benefits for ordinary Ghanaians through job creation, improved service delivery.
The Inspector General of Police, Christian Tete Yehonu, has urged a complete overhaul of the military recruitment process following a tragic stampede at Elwak Stadium. Meanwhile, former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and retired Brigadier General Report Saki have echoed the need for modernization in the recruitment process.
We must work hard to salvage it. I must also express my deep sorrow about the tragic incident that occurred during the Ghana Armed Forces recruitment exercise last Wednesday at the Elwak Sports Stadium, where a stampede led to the loss of 6 precious lives and left many others injured. I send our deepest condolences to the families who lost their loved ones in that tragic incident, and we stand in solidarity with our colleagues in the Ghana Armed Forces during this difficult time. It should not just be about expressing regrets, it is about taking responsibility and acting to prevent the real terrors. This heartbreaking event reminds us all of the urgency to build safer, fairer, and more efficient systems that reflect the same love and patriotism our young people show in their quest to serve their nation. Such a tragedy should never happen again in favor of our national recruitment exercises. Because for sober reflection and decisive action, we must take a closer look at our recruitment processes. We review, reform, and strengthen them, and then identify areas where improvements can be made to ensure the safety and dignity of all applicants. Beyond this, we all have a duty, including teachers, parents, former students, and community leaders, to nurture this spirit and reconnect with the pillars of friendship that inspire hope in the younger generation. That is why today's theme deserves our praise, as it reminds us that together we can cultivate a generation that is disciplined, dedicated, and patriotic, one that will carry forward the torch of national.
The Ministry of Health has announced a key reform in the health sector. According to him, 80% of new doctors will be posted to all districts. This move aims to improve healthcare delivery in rural and underdeserved areas across the globe.
So let us endeavor to handle our patients with care. Government will also continue to do its part of the bargain to make sure that we create the required atmosphere or environment to make sure you also carry your work smoothly. Our doors are always opened to varied opinions and criticisms. I only implore all of us to do our criticism constructively and with mutual respect. I must assure you that there is massive reforms in the health sector, massive one, and we are not going to relent on it. Some of them will come as a discomfort to you, but I think that in the long run, it will be beneficial to the state. One of such decisions is to post not less than 80% of our new doctors to the districts. And over the past 1 week or so, I've come under strong and serious pressure. I mean, people are calling left, right, centers. Some people want to come to UGMC, Kolebu, and we have insisted that we will only advertise where there are vacancies. The cities are choked. I can assure you that almost 50% of our medical doctors we have in this country are in Accra. Almost 50% are in Accra. If you put some of the teaching hospitals together with Kumasi and Kolebu, we have about 64% of our medical doctors there, leaving the rural areas. In my district, for example, I have only one medical doctor in the government hospital. And so some of this policy will come as a discomfort to some of our respected professionals, but it is in the interest of Mother Ghana.
In business, government says it is undertaking comprehensive regulatory reviews in the downstream petroleum sectors, including moves to introduce a new National Petroleum Authority Act to align the industry with current market realities. Energy and Green Transition Minister John GhanaTalks explains that the reforms are essential as global energy systems shift towards renewables, noting that an updated legal framework is needed to boost consumer protection. Mr. GhanaTalks made this remarks at the 20th anniversary celebration of the National Petroleum Authority. He noted that expanding market for electric vehicles in the country, along with the increasing number of charging points. Chief Executive Officer of the National Petroleum Authority, Godwin Edudzi Tamaklo, in his remarks appreciated the former President John Agyekum Kufuor for conceiving the idea to establish the authority. He also commended past and current board members, management and staff for their contributions to the National Petroleum Authority's growth. Mr. Godwin Edudzi said the authority will continue to safeguard the country's petroleum security while maintaining strict oversight of the downstream sectors. The anniversary celebration was under the theme 20 Years of Fueling Ghana's Progress, the Journey, the Legacy and the Future. Still on business, the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers Ghana (COPEC) has called on the government to establish a special petroleum fund to help stabilize fuel prices and cushion consumers during periods of unfavorable global market conditions. According to COPEC, the proposed fund will allow the government to import and store fuel when international prices are low, release it onto the market when prices surge, helping to ease the burden on motorists and businesses. The call follows COPEC's latest projections, which show that petrol prices are expected to rise by 3.38%, increasing from an average of 12.18 per litre to 12.59 per litre. Diesel prices are projected to jump by sharper 9.81% from 12.49 per litre to 13.71 per litre. In an interview, the head of research and training at COPEC, Paul Ofori, stressed the need for a long-term mechanism to cushion consumers from global price shocks. To sports, defender Lord Amwa found the net through deflected effort to save Asante Kotoko from defeat against Aduana FC in the Ghana Premier League encounter at the Babayara Sports Stadium. Kotoko entered the game as the league's only unbeaten side, but the match began in the worst possible way for them against the Doma-based side. It took 5 minutes for Aduana to open the deadlock following a rebound from forward Emmanuel Mafo after a belter from Seydou Sanan. Kotoko goalkeeper Zayes, who could have done better with the direction of the party from center shot, was in the right position in the 90th minute to tip a looping header from a free and deny the visitors a second chance. After a quick, intricate play, Aduana kept close to Sana with a wall-taking strike from a distance. Mafo could have had a second chance on the day but skied his effort after pouncing on a loose ball following miscommunication by the Kotoko defense. The diminutive midfielder helped Kotoko claimed a foothold in midfield and began to register effort at goal, with Captain Saban coming close to restoring parity with a drive in the 42nd minute. 2 minutes into the play, Kotoko leveled the score through the unluckiest of Lord Amwa, whose belter took a deflection into the net. The second half was an open game with an end-to-end action as both sides chased the winner. After back-to-back draws, Kotoko, who now sixth with 16 points, will aim to rediscover their winning touch when they face Young Apostles in their outstanding fixture on November 19th. Meanwhile, Aduana, who dropped to third on 20 points after victories for Mediana and Heart of Lions, returned to Doma to host Brekum Chelsea on November 23rd. DR Congo extended their bid to reach the 2026 FIFA World Cup by upsetting Nigerian 4-3 on penalties following a tense draw after extra time in the African playoff final. Leopards captain netted a crucial Spurs kick after substitute goalkeeper Timothy, brought on especially, had saved from Super Eagles defender Semi in the 6th round of the shootout. Victory sees the Central Africans progress to a final intercontinental qualifier, which will be held next March. Nigeria, meanwhile, will be missing from a second successive edition of the World Cup after a poor performance in the neutral Rabat. Frank's deflected shot had given the West Africans the perfect start in the 3rd minute. Nigeria's attacking threat evaporated after star striker Victor was substituted at half-time. Mbema also won it added time in extra time, but Nigerian goalkeeper Stanley clawed away his looping header from just inside the right-hand upright. The Congolese ran the length of the pitch to celebrate in front of their fans who can still dream of a return to the World Cup for the first time since 1974. Nigerians, standing 19 places above their opponents in the world rankings, had been fancied to progress, yet the absence from the 2026 finals will be galling for one of the continent's heavyweights, particularly with a large diaspora leaving the United States. Their Year 2 qualifying campaign, which has been overseen by 3 different managers, has been disjointed. Eric Shelley revived their bid after taking charge in January, although the West Africans could still sneak into the continental playoff on goal difference. A lack of cutting edge was absent through injury has been the Achilles heel from the Super Eagles. Nigeria rarely looked like adding to the advantage after taking an early lead. Shelley's side appeared content to settle for penalties. Leopards striker Mayo twice thought he had won the game through the additional 30 minutes. DR Congo held their nerve in a compelling shootout to join the Belovia and New Caledonia at the 6th-team interconference tournament. The winner of the second leg of the Asian playoff between Iran and United Arab Emirates and the best 2 third-ranked finishers from the 3rd round qualified will complete the field. Based on their world ranking of 60th, the Leopards could face 2 more games in their quest to reach the finals. They will discover their fate when the draw is made on Thursday. In showbiz, famous Nigerian actress and model Annie Makule has addressed the controversy surrounding her reaction to Senator Ned Nwoko's 5th wife against Regina Daniels' post. Recall that Layla, in a lengthy post on her Instagram page, accused actress Regina Daniels of introducing her to drugs. While tagging the actress as a bad influence, she wrote, "This is why I will not only trust my daughters around you unsupervised, especially when I found out you are sleeping with every single girl around you." Layla's post was liked by Annie, who is known to be an associate of Regina Daniels. The development sparked mixed reactions on social media, with many fans expressing disappointment. However, addressing the backlash, Annie, in a post on her Instagram story, described her reaction to Layla's post as a mistake and assured Regina of her loyalty. This comes amid the ongoing messy marital breakup between Senator Ned and his 6th wife, Regina, who earlier called him out over alleged domestic violence. In response, Senator accused her of taking drugs, allegation denied by Regina Daniels. And that is how we ended on the morning news update. Do well to log on to all streaming platforms at GhanaTalksRadio.com for more news stories. I am Deborah Dosso. Do have a good morning.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast. French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Ghana Talks Radio, wo UK abrochimemu era from Ghana mu ha the sound system which spinning machine papa every amana ne ababegu o Ghana mu ha enti se we ye a year we engagement we wedding we birthday party political parties are mo ye rally some we sorry mo ye crusade. So we book carnival or any kind of event. Now we pay spinning machine papa a boy sound in the moon at the dia any American for GTR sounds at the MAO. Ya wa live band in so a to nsa at the frenya ye bitimi ababeboa ama ujumedia wudi and so etimi aye kama pa. Ya wa enkan poponi mantemo anya aponchi hotel a hope pepe ena yebutu odi an se wo be frɛ mpanifo e wo 0546960510 GTR sounds emu de angaza.
Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
Razak.
Big man.
This morning, these people first introduced themselves before I even made a single noise in the microphone. But that's fine. I'm going to leave the show for you people. Now, when this is trying to tell us that they own everything, so even on the show, they first make their first noise. Razak, happy.
I was just happy more. I wasn't really not knowing the mic was on already. Yeah.
Well, good morning to you gentlemen, and good morning to our viewers and listeners as well. We believe everyone had a blissful weekend, just as we all did. Razak.
Yes, it was.
Now your outfits and stuff, Charlie. You know it's you. Charlie.
I have a brother who is doing me a favor. You know, in opposition, I wouldn't be able to afford this.
Oh, so he takes care of your wardrobe.
Yeah, he does me a favor.
Really?
You just get him something small, and he make it for you. And he's very good, as you can see. Very, very good. Very good design. So you can link up with him.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
That's nice.
It's not that expensive.
I don't have money like you to.
Yeah, I stated that I will just, I just always get him something small, and then he will do it for me. Understand? Yeah, it's not it's not serious money.
I don't have some. So.
No, you have it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to wear a cloth.
Oh, Obroni will not.
It's something small that you used to buy it. So my brother in NDC, I mean they are in power. So you have that link with him. He can always sort you out.
He can sort me out. Okay.
I mean, if I was in power, I would do that. Yeah, that's true.
I understand you.
Razak is being diabolic this morning.
Yeah, but I understand you. So yes, this morning we have Razak speaking for the NPP. We have APM speaking for the NDC, and we are hoping to have Dennis join us in the studios. You can also join the conversation as well on all our social media platforms at GhanaTalks Radio, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and on X. So yeah, this morning is going to be very interesting. But before we get into the conversations, last week something happened. The stampede at the airwalk. People are crying now. People are even scared to be at crowded places. Yesterday, I have this neighbor. She doesn't joke with her church. But yesterday I saw her in the house. I was like, why? No church today. She said, hey, now that people go to crowded places and they don't come back, how do I go? What is going on in the country? Yeah, I'm scared to even go to any crowded place. So I was like, oh, really?
Myself, I don't like it.
Look at what's this airwalk.
So even musical events, I don't go.
We don't go. But AB,
yes, sir.
Oh, your people, Ghana Armed Forces.
What's happening?
Under NDC, now people are dying just for. You said you are bringing 24-hour economy. It didn't come.
It didn't.
So let's waste our own money, go and buy forms and then apply for service to serve the nation. We come there and then we are dying. Oh. NDC.
First of all, I would like to greet you and then the entire crew.
Sure.
And then our listeners and viewers as such. I want to also extend my warm regards to the Member of Parliament for Dome Kwabenya constituency, Madame Faustina Eliklim Akurugo. She's doing so well in the constituency and in Parliament. In fact, she's been reported to be one of the few MPs who are very regular and constant in Parliament. And to think of the largest constituency in Ghana, and you find a woman representing that constituency in Parliament and performing, you can understand that you are talking about somebody who has taken her work very seriously, somebody whose duty to represent the constituency is very admirable. And so my warm regards to her and her husband. Then the constituency leadership. Okay, I extend my regards to them. The constituency being led by Isaac Ni Lante. He's also doing so well. Dome Kwabenya is, especially within the party, because of the huge nature of the constituency, the party also has got a lot of responsibilities. And so you find that a constituency chairman like Ni Lante, you should appreciate the kind of work he's doing. It's very tedious. It's very, very tedious. And do you know that it's one of the most, one of the most hottest constituency in Ghana? Dome Kwabenya, yes. Okay. Both within the NDC and within the MPP. Okay. If something starts boiling, it boils to the highest point in the constituency. So, Mr. Isaac Lante, I extend my warm regards to you and to the entire constituency. But I want to single out one person, the youth organizer, Haji Kara. The guy is fantastic. Look, when you go to the assembly and you take the logbook for the attendance, those who attend the various offices, you find that people who go to him are more than the other units within the assembly. He's working really hard. As long as you are looking for something, you are looking for help, Haji Kara is always there. So I always recommend him that I commend him and I recommend him for a higher responsibility. Imagine Haji Kara is positioned at a little bit higher, stage. He's going to help a lot of people, and this will benefit the party. I recommend him highly, for some of the, So he's doing fantastic.
Okay.
And then to every, citizen of Domekwabenya, NDC Domekwabenya, in fact, very soon we'll be heading towards a constituency election. That should be, that should be next year.
Okay.
I think that we need very serious people to occupy the constituency positions. Looking at the nature of the problem we have, the duties, responsibilities we need to fulfill to ensure that we maintain the seat. If we don't collaborate, if we don't agree to disagree peacefully, trust me, the NDC Domekwabenya will have issues. This is the first time we won the seat. If we don't collaborate, we don't unite to build the constituency, to build the party grassroots, we will have a lot of challenges. We may lose the seat and not get the seat again.
Papa, I think the question was about,
you understand, my brother.
Issue.
Anyway. Okay, thank you very much for bringing me on track. But honestly speaking, I'm very, very disappointed in the Ghana forces. I'm very disappointed in the ministry overseeing that, that institution. Look, the world is moving. The world is not waiting for Ghana. Are we going to get stuck with the Stone Age practices? What has happened to technology? Look, what has even happened to common sense? Simple common sense. That you are selling forms to citizens who want to come and serve the nation. You are looking for a certain number. So can't you use 1 week to exact this exercise? Ensure you get what you want without this chaos. To me, just ordinary me, if I'm supposed to oversee or undertake this exercise, I will just call, get the list, get the first 100 people to come, for a day's program. Then the next 100 will come tomorrow. The next batch will continue like that. At least even if it will take 2 weeks, it will be peaceful. We will not lose lives.
Okay.
But what has happened to even the computer systems that could have helped us reduce the intensity, the negative, tense that comes with this exercise? I am very, very disappointed. It means we are not applying common sense. We are not applying technology.
Okay.
It's so bad.
Moving forward, what do you suggest?
I think that they need to reorganize themselves mentally.
Okay.
They need to be proactive.
Okay.
They should see this coming. For the MPP to be in government for 8 years, run the economy down, people are suffering. People are in need of jobs.
And all those 8 years too, we never had.
Yes, because they were piling up this unemployed, youth who would want to work. So in your first term, you should understand that the rush for jobs will be more. As we were talking about this outside, there hasn't been any occasion in our history where you find plenty people mass up for something like this.
Okay.
This time the numbers were so huge.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So we beg them. They should apply common sense. We beg them. They should apply technology.
Okay.
We cannot lose. Look, when a country loses life, authorities should be worried. Should be concerned. And are you aware that in other jurisdiction, whoever was supervising this work would have to resign honorably. Just go home. You have failed. You have failed to apply the necessary, technology, the necessary, ideas.
Okay.
You have lacked, or you lacked that idea. You should go home.
Okay.
Somebody somewhere can apply, conscience, can apply attitude, can apply common sense, and get it done.
All right.
We cannot be losing lives because we are going in search of jobs.
Okay, that's
it's
fine.
annoying. This thing cannot persist. Right. Whoever is in charge should just go home. No excuses.
Razak, anything you would have to say about this particular?
Yes, I definitely have something to say. Look, it is disheartening that for the first time in our history, we have people dying in search for jobs. They've just been called to come for screening, and that ends it for them. It's very sad. And this is the first time it is happening. This simply points to the fact that there's people who are incompetent in office, people who do not know simply what to do to get things done at what time and at
Sure.
And we are saying that, look, this is some of the things you see when you begin to think that a ball of kinky can be compared to digitalization. These are some of the things you would find.
How is that?
We're told that kinky is better than digitalization.
Oh.
Yes, President Muhammad said it. I didn't say President Muhammad, sorry. I will not quote exactly. But the NDC pointed to the fact that a ball of kinky is better than digitalization that Baumia spoke about partially. Yes. And Evans went to his studio with a ball of kinky at one hand and bread like this. He made those comparison with the ball of kinky and the price at which it was sold. No, I don't want to be political on this matter, but the fact is that this is the first time it is happening. Akufo-Addo, in his last 8 years, it has never happened that someone just, in the first place, why do we have to pay to get the forms to come and serve the nation?
But that has been the norm.
That's not what I said. I didn't say this is the first time. I'm just asking, why should we pay?
Okay.
In an attempt to serve the nation, why do we have to pay for the forms? In the first place, that looks like an abnormal thing to me.
Okay.
I mean, and the fact that improper planning and incompetence will also lead to the death of Ghanaians is disheartening. And you see, I don't like it when these NDC try to make politics out of this issue. The last time in Parliament, I heard the majority leader speak to the effect that, or he made a submission to the effect that what happened at Stampede is a reflection of how the country was governed in the last 8 years. That was unfortunate of him. He shouldn't have said that. He shouldn't have said that. And you see, the finance minister also told us that the 150 backlog cannot be absorbed in 2026. Meanwhile, upon assumption into office, Chief of Staff issued a directive to discontinue or to revoke appointments of over 30,000 Ghanaians. This all contributes to the kind of unemployment rate we have in this country. So we must not try to make politics out of it. And I don't even think this is the time to do politics, because, I mean, it is your government's incompetence that lead to the death of these people. So you should be quiet and apologizing to Ghanaians. Yes. And you see, it is important that someone is held accountable for this. Someone had something to do, and the person failed in that regard. The person did a poor job, and so the person must be held accountable. Look at the plane crash incident.
Yeah.
There was someone who was supposed to look at the weather, and whatever was supposed to be done, someone had to do that. That means the person failed. The person negligently failed to do what he was supposed to do, leading to the death of the gallant 8 men. So we are saying that somebody must be held accountable. It's not about coming to give us the report and the cause for the accident. That's not how we grow as a nation.
Okay.
We must hold people responsible for their actions and inactions.
Okay, that's fair.
Yes,
that's fair. Thank you, gentlemen. But you still have something to say?
You have made your point already. Let's go to the substantive case.
I agree with him partly. Okay, that somebody's responsibilities, was reneged upon. So we need to, investigate whoever was responsible for that exercise and why that person failed. And in the course of his failure, we've lost lives. Okay, we need to interrogate and then met out the most appropriate sanctions.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Now moving on, let's get into the main discussions for the day. Razak, your party has made some allegations, some very frightening allegations about the government in power now trying to, as to say, purchase some helicopters and private jets and offshore machineries and all that. I mean, where did you gather this information? How credible it is? And break it down for us. Brief us about what exactly is happening.
Okay, so
in regards to this,
I may not be able to give factual evidence as to the need to purchase or the attempt by the majority to purchase
by the
NDC.
The government.
Okay, let's say by the government, that's fine. But this statement was made by Honorable Amin Anta. He's a member of parliament and a ranking member of the finance committee.
Yeah.
So I think with the budget that has been presented, they went for post-budget workshop yesterday. That was last 2 days. So I believe that it is something that has been talked about in the budget. So that is where he's getting his facts from. I don't have the facts, but if a ranking member of a committee for finance says this, it means he's stepping on something and he's saying that.
Sure.
But you see, the underlying issue is that as a country, if we have to purchase something that is going to be used for the country or that is going to benefit the state in general, we must not make politics out of it. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. We must not make politics in the sense that during Akufo-Addo's era, an attempt was made to buy a jet, and it was strongly opposed by the minority then in parliament. And the excuse or the explanation they gave was to the effect that the current jet is in good condition. Okujeto Ablakwa, Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa told us that the jet is in pristine condition. Pristine is a strong word that describes the state of an aircraft. Pristine, a very good condition. So there was no need to buy a jet. That was what he told us. And when they draw his attention to the fact that one of the engines weren't working, he made the submission that the flight has 2 engines. And for that matter, if one is not working, one should be able to execute.
Okay.
And because of that, there was no need to have or to buy a jet. You see, in an attempt to do politics, we make some argument that an ordinary person will just look at it and say, this is unintelligent. It's not nice. So today, that same jet is still there. You have sent it for repair, or what do we call it? Servicing.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they are seeking to buy another jet. I mean 2 jets. Meanwhile, that same jet that you told us that it is in a pristine condition is still there. And so if we have anything, if there should be something done, then maybe we should have taken it for servicing as you have done. So now it has been served. Bring it back for the president to be using. And now I think we should even be looking for a better way to describe it, because if it was pristine then, today we should be looking at something more better. You understand? Yeah. So, but in wasting money to buy 2 jets when we have a pristine jet that is in a pristine condition, I don't think it's good. I mean, we have 24-hour economy that was promised, and look, we have high rate of unemployment in this country. High rate of unemployment in this country. And the issue as Stampede should even prompt the government to do something about it, instead of wasting money in buying jets and helicopters. Okay. And you see, if the 24-hour economy is being executed in the way it was promised during the campaign, I think in this country we should have job surplus. Okay. We should have job surplus, my brother, because at the let's say teaching for the education sector, if let's say we have about 300,000 today, we should be looking about 900,000 people. So do that across all the sectors, prison service, military service. I mean, we should have job surplus. We should be going to Nigeria to bring people to come and work for us. If indeed the policy 24-hour economy was not a deception. Okay. Today, people are dying because of jobs. Unemployment rate has increased, and you same government has you revoked appointment of people who have been duly employed. And today, look at what we are going through. Okay. And you want to waste our money to go and purchase aircrafts?
Whilst people need jobs.
Whilst people need jobs.
All right, that's fair. Epi.
Yes, sir.
You heard Razak.
I did.
What do you have to say about the allegations coming from the minorities camp?
Sincerely speaking,
I don't know the time you give me, because I seem.
You are not done.
I'm not done.
Razak, okay.
Oh, I'm not done.
All right, no problem. You can, Epi.
Yeah. But I'm sure you didn't cut me off.
No, the way you ended it, it didn't seem.
How you ended it meant that you were done.
I'm not done.
No, you can continue.
Yes. So what we are saying is that buying a chopper at the moment is not the right thing to do at the moment. Okay. It's not the right thing to do. Okay. Because you have policies that, if you look at the budget they read, they miss out on key important things that they promised Ghanaians. One of which is a 1 million kudos program. The 2026 budget failed to address that. All of this was, it was directed at creating jobs for the people. The 1 million kudos program, the Women's Development Bank. They entice Ghanaians with Women Development Bank to the sense that, to the extent that our women voted massively for them, because women empowerment, that sort of a thing. We were interested in that. So they voted for them, and initially in 2025 budget, they allocated about 50 million for the Women's Development Bank. 2026, they didn't say anything about it. That is, let's not be deceptive as a government. We must let our promise reflect, so that the political class will not be seen as people who only used deception to get into power, and then when they get into power, that ends it. I mean, this is not how to go. And also, another policy that they said they were going to do, which they failed to address in their 2024 budget, was the Mahama Care policy.
2024 budget.
Sorry, 2026 budget. Mahama Care policy. And even with this policy, I had issues with it, because at the point, when you look at the bill, the bill for the Mahama Care policy, the source of funding seeks to take some percentage of allocations that is supposed to be meant for national health insurance scheme. Okay. And so for a government that is seeking to introduce a new policy aimed at ensuring the quality of health we have in this country, should not be taking funds from another policy that is seeking to do the same thing. And I made a submission that, look, this should, let's say, be incorporated into the national health insurance scheme. If it is not a deceptive policy or a policy that seeks to or a populist policy. I mean, this is simply trying to make the government look as though they have a social intervention policy, which President Mahama, make the President Mahama looks as though he has a social intervention policy, which he do not have. Because the Mahama Care policy, President Mahama, in an attempt to find himself a social intervention policy, brought it.
Yeah.
And the ideal thing to do, I think, should have been to incorporate it in the National Health Insurance Scheme, because it's simply trying to do the same thing as the National Health Insurance is doing. And so we are saying that this government, they are running the economy without direction. You look at the way they are moving, and you don't even know what they are doing, the kind of direction they are going. 24-hour economy, we don't know how they are implementing it. No policy. I mean, in about a year in office now, and the economy is run haphazardly. Look, I think President Mahama should do better. He should do better in terms of how his appointees are working and the direction they are going. Yes, Pa. So I think I would stop here.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Razak. Abi.
Yes, sir, Chief.
Then finally, Razak is done. So.
You know, this particular discussion is been occasioned because of the fatal aircraft, accident we had, or Ghana experienced or recorded some few months ago.
Okay.
When the thing happened, when the accident actually happened, in fact, I don't know, but I'm one of the people who thought that the negligence in acquisition of a proper fit for purpose aircrafts were purchased. You understand? And I was questioning the basis. I was questioning the authorities that made that purchase on the basis that you go to the foreign lands, you get musicians, artists who were flying $50 million choppers, $20 million choppers, and yet a whole state of Ghana would go for so inferior, substandard goods like a $5 million Z choppers. You understand?
Yeah.
I was worried because for a whole state like Ghana, with all the mineral resources we are being endowed with all the human, resource, then we will go for a $5 million chopper for state use. Whilst mere artists, common artists in other jurisdictions will go for $50 million chopper, $20 million. It didn't sound right to me.
Okay.
Definitely, you are going to buy an inferior good with that amount.
Yeah.
So I was worried.
Okay.
So, what is disheartening? Where the figure is coming from, I don't understand. $1.2 billion. Was that what the Minister of Finance quoted in the budget? Was that what he quoted? Maybe Anta, the former minister who aided Baumia, Dr. Baumia, and Nanado to run down the economy. Maybe he is cooking that figure. But come to think of it, sometimes I want to agree with the little economic knowledge I have. As a person, you have your scale of preference. As a nation, we have a scale of preference. There are certain things that are very, very vital to our survival. There are certain things. There are certain things that are categorized as demands. There are certain things that are categorized as wants.
Okay.
So, what is more like what we need more is what we have to prioritize first. So it's all about prioritization. Okay, you prioritize the most important things that the state will need. I agree that we cannot put leisure or entertainment ahead of agriculture as a country. We cannot put certain things ahead of health or education. I agree. But look at the economy, the current economy. We are recording a single-digit inflation. And that inflation seems to be, going down day by day. We are recording a stronger CD, which is helping to restructure our debt, which is helping to build the economy.
The single-digit inflation is not attributable completely to your government. In 2024, the IMF projected that by the end of 2025, we should be doing single-digit inflation of 8%.
By which reason? By like what?
Because of the interventions that were made by the government.
Which intervention?
But what are you saying?
You run down the economy. Look, you see, I don't want us to argue on this. I have said here countless times where even the president himself, together with Dr. Bawumia, admitted to destroying this economy. So my brother,
this is in 2024.
This report, the IMF made the same report in 2016 that 2017 was going to be a better year for Ghana's economy because of the work President Mahama did in 2016. Me, you know one thing, the IMF, I have a problem with the IMF, so don't be showing me IMF report. Any day you find IMF praising a particular African government, what it simply means is that government has been compromised by the West. You understand? Me, I don't buy those things. But as we speak today, our inflation is recording a single digit. The CD to dollar exchange rate is looking far better. You understand, than what you guys left. So it's like the economy is on track. That is one. So let's look at health. Let's look at education. Let's look at agriculture. We are performing. You understand? So if the government deems it fit to invest in the security of this country, I think it is the right thing to do. We need to support the government. Okay? Now, the aircrafts alone, I don't know how much it's going to cost, but I believe I like those stuffs, aircrafts. Okay, I know Gulfstream, we have different variations. You have Boeing, we have different variations. You have Falcon, that is a French company. They also have Falcon X, Falcon, other Falcons. Boeing, you have 787, you have 747, you have 767. You understand? And they all come with different prices, or they come at different prices. Okay, so I believe strongly government is going to make a very prudent decision of getting what is fit for purpose. Now, Razak was making reference to the one President Akufo-Addo wanted to purchase. My brother, President Akufo-Addo didn't tell us that what we had was not fit for purpose. He said what we had doesn't suit his taste. He cannot bath in the air. You get my point?
Yeah.
That is what was worrying.
Okay.
In your plans to acquire New Jersey.
This is a lie. He didn't say he cannot bath in the air.
Oh, my brother.
Let's be factual.
So
that's not what he said.
What did he say?
The minister said he cannot freshen up. Freshen up and bathing are two different.
No, not okay. Fine. He cannot freshen up. What does it mean? What does it mean?
Okay, so freshen up includes one. You are in the craft, in the private jet, and then you feel like easing yourself. It's part of freshen up.
Okay.
So you have a jet that you cannot do that.
But for your record, and for the record, that jet had lavatory. It had lavatory.
Then or now?
Till now, as we speak, it still does.
So no. Look, let's be truthful.
I'm sharing my time with you. So I'm being truthful.
Let's be
but
truthful.
have you ever seen a private jet without a lavatory?
But you understand there can be problems with
I'm
it.
asking you a question.
You understand there can
so
be issues
it cannot be
with
fixed.
it.
My brother,
It can be fixed.
Listen carefully. There is no private jet without a lavatory.
That I knew. I know.
So what's the problem? So don't tell me
I
that
said there can be issues even with the current flight, the current jet that is being sent.
You are wasting my time. I thought I could share my time with you, but you are not making any point. Simple. President Akufo-Addo and the MPP government and the head of economic management, led by Dr. Bamia, said that President Akufo-Addo couldn't take his bath in the air.
That's not true. That's
Simple.
not
That's
true.
what they said.
That's not true.
Go and read those reports.
Give me evidence. I'm telling you what the minister said. You said he
didn't say. Oh my brother. Was it
Akufo-Addo or Bawumia who said the president cannot bath in the air? It was the minister who said it. And you people blown it out of you blew it out of proportion.
Is the president who said it?
President Akufo-Addo.
Yes, he said it.
See.
He said it through the minister. If you are telling me that the minister is not a representative of Akufo-Addo, I don't get your point.
But what you are insinuating is not what he said.
So what did he say?
He said the president could not freshen up in the flight.
What does it mean to freshen up? I'm
telling you the freshen up and bath now not the same thing.
No problem. But what we know is that every aircraft is fitted with a lavatory. So what are you telling me?
And so
my brother, wait. Look, you are not making a point. You know, look.
Well, you shared your time, and your time is almost up.
Oh, my brother, I just started.
Hey, you just started where? Please. No, I didn't ask you to share your time.
Please, I beg you.
I never asked
you wanted to share with me.
But anyway, you see, so what the government is going to acquire will be fit for purpose. It will not serve luxury life of the president. It is going to be something that, and you see, I heard we are buying 2 of the private jets. I think even the Gulfstreams, one should cost around $20 million. If we are to go for a new Gulfstream, if you are going to go for the Gulfstream 700, it's going to cost somewhere around $78 million. You get my point? If you are going for the Boeings, we have Boeing 747 that should cost around $40 million. If you are to go for 757, it's going to cost around $20 million. You get my point? If you are going to go for even an Airbus, okay, 380, 360, it should cost around $80 million. You get my point?
But the question we are asking is,
it's going to be fit for purpose.
The question we are asking is, why do we need a jet?
Because the president will travel, and it's not going to be only the president making use of the aircraft. My brother, let me come. You know, when I'm done, then you can buy.
But you are aware we have a jet. You are aware we have a jet.
You know what, Pa?
Yes, sir.
And per the report, we are going to get a lighter jet, and we are going to get a medium-sized jet. The jets, we have 3 classes. You have the lighter jets. They don't travel far. And they are cheap. You have the medium-sized jet. They can travel some few continents. Okay, some few continents, and you know, they look, or they are priced differently, a bit higher than a lighter jet. Okay. Then we have the very big ones. Okay, you know, that's the heavy jets. You understand? So I know that government is going to buy something that is fit for purpose. And then you look at the helicopters, the choppers. They are very, very important for the health sector, because people can be ambulanced with, you know, through the air, get medical service, you know, get them to be attended to. Then you have the oil sector, oil and gas sector. As for that, you cannot have a thriving oil and gas sector without choppers. Okay, because they have to be moving from land to the sea to work. And so the purpose of purchasing them by this government is to serve the oil and gas sector. Okay, and then you look at the APCs we are going to purchase. The APCs are also going to be used by the military. And even that the presentation the minister made was to the effect that we are going to, there are some landings, there are some, there's an ongoing project within the Ghana Armed Forces which requires that it is completed and then, made usable. You understand? So, but I don't know where, Anta, the member of parliament for Karaga constituency, I don't know where he's getting this figure from, $1.2 billion. You understand?
Yeah.
You know what the APC is? You know what the APC is? The APC is a machine and the knife phone. The military people, they sit in it. It has and it's expensive. But subsuming everything together and saying it costs $1.2 billion, me, I have a problem with that. Because Charlie, we need money to embark on some most important things. Over the week, the president, together with Okujeto Ablakwa, were able to, secure a contract with the Qatari government to ensure that transportation in Ghana is improved through the railway sector. And then the new city President Mahama mentioned to ease to ease the congestion in the the city is also coming on board through the same agreement. So we have a lot of things we will do with money. As we speak, you and I know that there are a lot of ongoing projects in the country, physical infrastructures. Okay, so I'm sure that government is not going to waste $1.2 billion on it. Maybe it is a projection the former minister is making. So please, Ghanaians, calm down. The government of President John Dramani Mahama, the finest president, will not be reckless in its course to delivering on its promises. As a matter of fact,
I was expecting
we are
that
being very prudent.
you'd give us why they need to buy jets.
Yeah, I've spoken about it.
You didn't tell us why we need to buy jet.
Look, is it not the same jets that caused the accident and we lost 8 gallant men?
No, the 2 jets we are talking about. Why do we need to buy 2 jets?
But I've said it that one is a lighter jet that will not be used for long distance, and lighter jets too, they can operate within a small airport. Okay, they are able to take off, they are able to land in small airports, like the Cessna Citations. It's a very small jet. You get my point? So I know who can maybe $5 million where you can get one, by used one. If you want a brand new Cessna Citations, you have to hold something like $50 million to $20 million. You understand? And the mid-size jets, you can also get it from around $20 million, $25 million, thereabout. But look, in the developed world, if we as a country we are able to overcome all our economic challenges and become truly independent, we can go for the Boeing 767 that costs around $100 million, and it's more, it's proper.
Or probably think about
manufacturing. You understand? So, my brother, we need them to serve a purpose. I'm sure that even the previous jets.
What has changed? What has changed? About a year ago, we were told we have a jet that is fit.
The difference is simple. Your reason for acquiring a new jet was baseless, was to serve presidential comfort.
Now it is very much justified.
Yes, now we need it to serve a purpose. It's not to ensure or sponsor the president's comfort.
Okay.
You understand? And the vessels that we are talking about is going to protect the maritime industry, the maritime borders of the country. So, my brother, in as much as I agree with you, reckless spending should not be entertained, especially at this time. Look at the debt that Ghana, has.
Okay.
If we are not prudent You know, and I commend the Minister for Finance. In fact, as a matter of fact, that our debt portfolio has reduced.
Yeah. Okay. Good morning once again, and thank you for this opportunity.
Sure.
I mean, in relation to the fleet purchase, I would like to restrict myself to the ones for the military. So that is where I would like to take my argument from. You know, we live in a sub-region where the Sahel region is categorized globally as the hub of terrorism. So when it comes to matters of security, I mean, we shouldn't even cough. You understand? I'm not saying we should overspend, but we shouldn't cough. You understand? We shouldn't cough. I mean, when the report on the military crash, you could see that we are at a low when it comes to our fleet in the military. We are at a low. Even in the 60s, we were doing better. I mean, it is a well-known fact that in the 60s we were the first country actually to man a fighter jet. So how come in this modern era that we are lagging behind? So in matters of security, we shouldn't compromise.
Okay.
I mean, the politicians would argue when it comes to the private jets for the presidency, but in matters of security, I don't think we should compromise.
Okay.
You know, however, in not compromising, we shouldn't use that opportunity to
be extravagant.
You know, to siphon. You understand? We need to be careful because we are not in a good place. We are not in a good place. I mean, these things are all sparked by Honorable Dominic Nitu. You know, he's sounding as though he was competent then. You know,
how can you put it that way? Are you saying he wasn't competent?
No. I mean, see, this horrible fleet that we have. I mean, it is from them, because instead of being prudent in their spending and channel some into the purchase of better fleets for our military, they
when
were.
Was it purchased?
Do you know that?
When was it purchased?
But
Razak, I'm coming.
Come again. I'm not mentioning of any purchases.
You said it's from our government. So we want to know when
Dennis, do you know that
the
NPP suggested they should get a new aircraft, and the NDC resisted that?
No, I'm restricting my argument to the military.
But no, wait.
Yes.
Whether to the military or not, it will come to Parliament for approval. You understand?
Regardless, it will. We all know.
Yes, and that is what he's talking about.
That what?
That the NDC in Parliament rejected the idea of purchasing a jet.
Wow. No. We gave a reason.
Do you know what?
We resisted it because
your reasons were not justified enough.
You see, the honorable was a competent minister. He's one of the best we have had.
To me, he was not, because of the report I've read in relation to the crashes. Because you can see, the man, I've forgotten the name, the man representing the report. You could see from his statement that he simply wanted to say that our fleet was rotting. Our fleet was rotten. It's our fleet rotting.
So you see, this is
our
what
fleet
I'm
was
talking about.
rotting. So we need to revamp.
If you have a wait.
Uh-huh.
There's a technical staff that takes care of what goes on into the flight movement, what they should do and what they should not do. What was the duty of the technical staff before the plane took off? Don't you care about that?
No, as a matter of fact,
who was supposed to?
Right.
We are not going into that here. We are not going into that.
Yeah, you may be right, but
it is sad. It is sad that as a country like Ghana,
we'll be purchasing inferior goods like that.
Not inferior goods. I mean, at the time they were reporting that we only had 2 functional choppers.
Yeah.
How many trains do you even have? How many trains do you have?
I mean,
but the last train we bought, NDC chairman went and packed tipper there and it crashed.
How do you know?
That's the report that came. That's the report that came.
When I say right now, you say, oh, you don't want to do politics with me.
Let's look at this thing.
The issue is that the report that came after the train crashed was that an NDC chairman went and packed What's the name of that?
What is that? Which report are you relying on?
You were in this country. You were in this.
I never
chanced upon that report.
The moment plane came, the train was imported, and that was the very first day they tested it. So in the process of the testing, NDC chairman went and parked the car on the trainway, and it got crashed. That's what we're.
All right, that's fair. Razak, let me ask you this.
I'm listening.
What does the minority mean when they say that NDC is trying to undo the good works of the NPP?
Okay, so what they mean is that, for example, in 2024, our economy grew by 5.7. However, in 2025, it grew by, let me give you the figures exactly. In 2025, the economy grew by 4.0.
Okay.
So from 5.7 to 4.0, that means they are bringing us backwards.
Okay. Okay, so that's the undoing.
Yes, that's the undoing. And in 2026, they are projecting at 4.8. That simply, or that is not also up to 5.7 growth of the GDP. So that's why, or that's what the minister means by saying that they are undoing the good works of the NPP. And if you look at the policies that were put in place by the NPP, for example, one district, one factory.
Okay.
For example, Agenda 111. For example, and you see these policies that I am mentioning. Typically, if you ask me, and I believe that we as Ghanaians, we should demand more from our leaders, so that when they come to do politics, when they come to ask us for the mandate, we ask them serious questions that would demand them to deliver. Because if you tell me that I want to come and create jobs, vote for me, when I come, I'll create jobs. The question we should be asking is, how do you intend doing that? So in answering this question, the president or whoever is looking for power from you will tell you that in trying to create the job, this and this and this is what I'm going to do. Now take Agenda 111 for example. We all know that when Agenda 111 is completed and functional, the number of jobs we are going to create for the nurses, just nurses alone, doctors, and all of that is going to be massive. That is a typical way of creating a job.
But the agenda
You understand what I'm saying?
You couldn't even
one district, one factory.
One now. Oh,
please, you people should let me make my point.
We will allow you, but what you are saying is not nice.
One district, one factory. You see, it is important we understand that when a district or a factory is put in place, it drives production. In that course, we would have to employ people. That is a typical example of creating job and ensuring the economy is on track. So this is what we fail to do as citizens, and we are having issues with.
Did your government do these things? Did your government do these things?
These are clear policies that seeks to do that. As to whether or not some, the one district, one factory, for example, some of them we started with some of them, and we completed some of them. You understand? And yes, I can tell. For example, there is a factory in northern region. The name is
You will never remember the name.
Watermelon factory in Wali Wali. I know a lot of them. And some George constituency, we have vaccine manufacturing factory. You understand? Vaccine production vaccine production factory.
Which vaccine?
Which vaccine?
I said vaccine.
Vaccine? Which vaccine? I'm asking you which vaccine.
But a factory can produce numerous vaccines. What are you talking about?
So
it's not restricted to just one.
Okay, I hear.
You understand? Yes, there's a factory in some George constituency. You can make.
When was it built? When was it built?
Yes. NPP look, use your phone. Allow me to flow here. You can use your phone.
Is it say vaccine? You don't hear me.
Is it vaccine?
You understand? Yeah. And you see, these people, the interjection is too much. I don't like it.
Don't mind.
This is a factual argument I'm making, and you have the right to use your phone. Fact check me, and when I'm wrong, you draw my attention.
Okay. Sorry.
And I'll give you the evidence. And Agenda 111. Ahanta West was completed before we left power. Ahanta West, Agenda 1. You people lied that we didn't complete even one.
Which what Agenda 1?
Ahanta West Agenda 111 was completed before we left. You have a phone. You have a phone.
It was.
You have a phone.
Was it operational?
You have a phone.
Was it operational?
I said it was completed and handed over to the Ghana. Yes, before we left power. And you see, what I'm saying is that look, a typical example of how to create job. Yes, it's these things that I'm talking about. Not a policy agenda. Sorry, 24-hour economy. Okay, I'm listening.
For the sake of time.
Okay.
The undoing of the good works of the NPP. Now you've let us know the good works of the NPP. So what is the NDC doing that is undoing the NPP's good works?
Okay, so if you cancel a policy like one district, one factory, that is simply a policy that seeks to create job opportunities. You are undoing the good works. If you cancel, if you come and then you project a growth below what we did, when you describe our economy as a criminally handled economy, and in your first year you didn't grow the economy to the point we grew the economy, that means you are undoing what we did, the good things we did. That's simply what the minister is talking. The former minister is talking about. Clearly, this is what he's talking about.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay. Thank you, David. Why is your government undoing
the good works of the? You know, I'm shocked. You know, but it is important or imperative to state that Ghana's growth rate, Ghana's growth rate is being measured by expenditure.
Okay.
Yeah. Ghana, we measure our growth by expenditure. How much government is able to spend. So the spending is not specific. Trust me, these people spent on themselves. They spent on themselves. Look at the ECG. The kind of rot that was going on under their watch. Look at the other institutions when they appear before parliament, committees. See the amount of money that has gone down the drain because of, theft. So, my brother, don't come and sit here and be, talking big, gaslighting everybody.
If it is about how much we have spent,
yes.
Do you know how much you allocated for the big push?
Oh, my brother, you see, you are talking about big push. What are we doing in the big push? We are embarking on infrastructures. Look.
Do you know how much was allocated? Brother, that's the question I'm asking.
In your time, you spent all these monies, took our debt portfolio to more than 700 billion. And yet, Dr. Baumia was going around saying that the Palugu irrigation dam is completed and he has ensured that it is truly functioning. He said this and that were completed. For us to go and find dry lands, no work done. Today they are here shouting and one district, one factory. Are you aware that this one district, one factory was a sham?
I have showed him the evidence.
That what?
The evidence.
That what?
To the effect that there is vaccine production or manufacturing industry in Ningo Prampra.
When was it built?
I have showed him.
When was it built and completed?
Akufo-Addo built it from scratch. From scratch.
And he completed it.
Yes.
Which year? No. Which year was it? What did it start? Operation.
Yes,
I want to know.
Before we left office, it was in operation.
Is that which year did it
I'm unable to give.
You can't give because it's a lie.
And I'm saying that it was in operation before we left office.
My brother, this one, do you know what they were doing? Yes, sir. This one district, do you know what they were doing? They will just come into these studios. Who is the manager? Then they go and see him. Look, we want to pump like 10,000 cedis here, and then add this to the one district, one factory. So But you'll be paying the 10,000 in bit. You'll be paying it back. When you say okay, then they will come and announce. We have added Ghana Talks Radio, to the 1:1. In fact, we started the business. That's what they were going about doing.
Okay.
Votic and other, known existing institutions were all put into the 1:1 factory. This is a shame. When you talk about a factory, you are talking about something like Commander Sugar Factory, the Abuazi thermal plants that saved Ghana money.
Okay.
You understand? I don't know what the former minister meant by undoing. Etuabu gas plant. These are tangible factories. You understand? Now, if Amin Anta, the former finance minister, is saying we are undoing, is he talking about the inflation that they took to more than almost 50%? Is he talking about the dollar that they took to 17 cedis? What is he talking about? When you say growth in what? Like increasing the size of expenditure? No. You need, that's why I said these people they lack the concept of development economics.
At the time they were running on the back of almost 100 and something ministers.
No, my brother. Yes, for them to
is running with
common serious.
16 ministers and his delivery.
Was in Ukraine begging them.
This is another evidence. Saviligo rice processing plant.
That's right.
Under the 1 district 1 factory. You people lied that we
this factory was not in existence.
It was never in existence. Akufo-Addo started it from scratch.
It's a lie.
Look at what saying. Under 1 district 1 factory.
We know what you guys have done with this 1 district 1 factory. They will just go give aid.
You see, you have to travel. Some of them say if you travel, you appreciate it.
And then label them as 1 district 1 factory.
Imagine.
That's what you guys did. You understand? But today, what their worry is that government is going to embark on heavy infrastructures, economic infrastructures, without having to borrow more. Today, as we speak, our debt portfolio is going down. So they don't understand the magic that is happening. They don't. How can you say that NDC is on doing the things you are doing? Like
what at all?
Look, if there is anything we are undoing, it is that we admit we are undoing is the corruption, is the state theft, is mismanagement.
Can you imagine?
Is the financial crimes.
No,
for that,
wait.
We are undoing them.
You people are in power. We will allow you to flow. You understand? We will allow you to flow.
Is not for
as for corruption and its related activities, when auditing is done,
I want to read this report. This statement by Amin Anta on Facebook. Do you know? If you read the commentary, it is satisfactory. People have seen that. Look, so they can't keep quiet. Anything you say, it is contrary to the interest of Ghanaians.
Okay.
I mean, how can you tell us we are undoing? Look, today inflation stands at a very low figure. Today, our cedi is performing against the dollar. Today, macroeconomic indicators are right on track.
Okay.
My brother,
all right.
We are undoing mismanagement. It is true. We are undoing corruption. It is true. We are undoing embezzlement. It is true.
And the size of our economy is also, you are undoing it.
That's not true. You see, that's what I'm telling you.
That is true.
When you say that,
and I have given you facts.
That is the point I'm making. When you say that,
compare your 2024.
When we talk about growth, it is about government spending.
And okay, so how much have you spent? Your government, how much?
Maybe unless you tell me, because if you are saying that we are undoing, we are undoing the good things, you should tell us what we are undoing.
It's undoing the good works of the NPP.
Not at all. If there is anything they are undoing, I mean, they are undoing the corrupt practices this guys engaging. I mean, over bloated. I don't know, budgets work. I don't know. I don't know the basis for which Dr. Amin Anta said it. I mean, I listened to the video. I was looking for a justification for that comment, but I didn't find any. NDC, they are performing better, regardless of whatever political lenses you may be on. NDC are performing better, and they are not on doing anything. I mean, it's even reflecting the economy. I mean, we are doing well as a nation. We are on the right track. So I don't think this is not even a topic for debate or for discussion. I mean, what is he just want to throw dust into the eyes of the public, but so Ghanaians are wise.
This is not true. You made mention of Akufo-Addo running an overbloated government. And you see, the amount that Akufo-Addo spent on government machineries was about 321 million on government machinery. You people came, you have spent about 1.5 billion on government machinery. Who is running overbloated government? Look, it's not about the numbers. It's about how much is allocated for government machineries. Do you understand what I'm saying?
As in what?
So the spending. Let's not. 78 million alone for a department in the Flagstaff House.
Razak, let's not.
For a department in the presidency, just a department, 78 million.
Away from the main topic.
So look, we are saying that it doesn't matter the number of. Okay, it may matters, but the number of people or the ministry Akufo-Addo ran and the spendings are lesser than these 60 ministers you people are using, and the amount you are spending on them. You understand?
My brother, you are cooking your own figures.
I'm not cooking my own figures.
You want to gaslight us into accepting.
I am not cooking. Look, go and take the 2024 our budget.
I mean, this shouldn't even be out for discussion.
It shouldn't even, my brother.
Yes, it shouldn't be. And if you make a submission that is not factual, I mean, we have to correct it.
Okay.
And so which one is factual?
Which one is factual and which one?
We are on doing what? We are on doing inflation. We are on doing exchange rate.
And we are saying that
a year ago now, the dollar was hovering around 17
cedis.
This dollar has never reached 17 cedis in this country. There has never been a point. Please, if you can give me evidence, I'll go without my phone today. Give me evidence to the effect that dollar reached 17 cedis in this country.
See,
give me evidence.
Let me tell you.
Give me evidence. Please, evidence. Give me evidence.
I want to use this platform to tell this guy what I do. See,
please give me evidence. I am betting on my phone. If you give me evidence to the effect that dollar was 17 cedis in this country, I'll leave my phone and go home. I'll leave this phone and go home. Evidence. Give me evidence. And I can tell you that even before we left office, dollar was around 14 cedis, 60 pesos. Before we handed over to
you are
a liar. I'm not a liar. Look, give me evidence. If you give me evidence, I'm willing to leave this phone and go home.
You are a liar. This guy, you are a liar.
Just give me evidence to the fact that it's a lie. It's a lie, and you people have driven this lies for a very long time. And Ghanaians are now believing that this is factually what was happening. This is incorrect. There has never been a time that dollar went to 17 cedis in this country.
I'm trying to.
You see, three of you would have gotten it by now.
I'm fetching the Joy News post on the dollar.
Look, it's unfortunate that this laptop is not mine. I would have bet it on. I would have bet this laptop in addition to my phone.
Hey.
You were a liar.
That dollar was 17 cedis in this country. What? Look, given the intervention Bank of Ghana has done so far, we expect that the dollar should be around 5 cedis, 4 cedis.
You expect?
Yes.
That's something when you people say I don't get you. You were in power. You didn't expect yourself to bring it to 5 cedis, 6 cedis.
Yeah, so I have one with regards to the 17 cedis dollar argument. I have one. No, don't give me Joy News. Give me Bank of Ghana, not Joy News. Joy News, what do you mean by Joy News? These are new source. Let me see. Which news source?
Which year?
Let me see your Joy News.
2024.
Let me see your Joy News.
What Madonna come back?
Which year?
Where is your own?
My one is here.
Let me see.
You know what? My brother.
Let me see.
Yes, it's.
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine what?
Can you imagine? CD bro.
No.
Where's his phone? Bring it.
Who said this?
Who said that?
Who said that?
You are telling me
who said that?
It was
so
the finance minister.
This is not. Look, when I say evidence, you give me Bank of Ghana. That's what we rely on. We don't rely on any other thing aside Bank of Ghana.
Okay. You see, sometimes I just wonder why.
Razak.
Yes.
So who joined what was the debt? The public debt when you exited power?
I'm unable to quote exactly how much it was.
Because you want to lie. You want to lie.
That's very good of you. I mean, it was around.
It was around 700 something. Yes, that's why I can't give exact figures.
AP.
Yes, sir.
So, in regards to the undoing of the good works of the NPP,
I said give it to me. I'm the one betting the phone. Let me see.
November 2024.
November 2024. Oh, okay.
Let me see.
Okay. That's true.
November 2024.
Joy FM.
Yes, Joy FM. That's it.
But why can you not get this from Ghana, Bank of Ghana? That is the reliable one. You can't give me Joy News.
Let me tell you.
Look, let me tell you. There is something we call news. There is something we call news source.
17 cities.
In 20 what? Black market.
In 20. Yes. Yes.
I'm saying Bank of Ghana. Oh.
But you were not specific.
We rely on Bank of Ghana.
We should give you evidence.
Wait.
Yes.
Ghana CD falls to 17.
Bank of Ghana.
CDs.
If it is not Bank of Ghana, forget it.
Latest exchange rate. Wait.
That is not reliable. We are looking for Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana. Even the 16, I agree.
Continuous
16, I agree. But 17, we have never heard that.
The CD, which has been under pressure throughout the year, recorded relative stability in July this year, while inflationary pressures are declining. Okay, so
Joy News.
Okay.
Joy what?
So are you saying just
as I was asking?
Maybe.
Yes, sir.
So where did they get
in your quest to undo?
This is last year.
Where did they get that from?
Why are you asking?
I'm asking because
this is a credible.
I'm asking because
this one is Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana report.
In your quest to undo the things that the NPP did, you have taken our public debt from 700 and what?
26 point something.
In
fact, we've reduced it
to 630.
Yeah, so that is a 96 billion
difference.
Yeah,
okay.
See this difference, and it's quite huge.
Okay.
You know, to be honest and sincere with you, that is why I'm saying that if we are to change the calibrators for measuring Ghana's growth, the MPP will not stand the test of time. Because as it is today, whenever you hear that the Ghanaian economy has expanded, you are talking about how much government has spent. But we are spending less than the MPP, and yet we are reducing our debt portfolios. And mind you, see, when the exchange rate is performing better, your debt to GDP also reduces.
Yeah.
You understand? Yes.
Because all our debt is in USD.
So we are performing because of the prudent economic, measures, because of the economic discipline.
Give credit to the personnel in charge as well.
Yes. So to be honest and sincere with you, Dr. Atuforsen is doing creditably well.
He's in simple terms, he's outdoing.
He is outdoing
the evil works.
The evil works, the economic indiscipline.
Today we have two NPP and the NDC against
me. Last week I was.
You know what is good about this discussion? You cannot, impugn negative connotations on anybody because the evidence is there.
The evidence are clear.
It's factual. The economy is performing better.
Unless perhaps
the last time I was here, I told him that even the former member of parliament for Swami, he admitted to the excellent economic performance of the current administration vis-a-vis his
own, political tradition, the MPP. So there are certain things you cannot politicize, you cannot overstretch them with political talks,
but
because excuse my language, you look stupid. You understand?
All right.
So, my brother,
I'm not sure you're talking to me.
I'm talking to you, and
you cannot be talking to me.
Okay, that you have to understand. You see, that is why we kept on, advising the MPP when you guys were in power. There are certain decisions, the repercussions are so high. Don't take them. You guys kept borrowing without conscience. Why?
Atufosin was very keen.
He was very keen because he understood the implications. But you see, they didn't listen to us. They didn't heed to the advice because somebody was making more.
Yeah.
The more the country borrows, and is the brother of the president,
the cousin
to the president. So they didn't take any advice. They went on borrowing as if
there's no tomorrow.
As if there wasn't tomorrow.
Tomorrow may never come.
You understand? So, and all these landed the country into huge debts and into huge economic conundrum. So please, just admit. I mean, he should admit that their reign destroyed the economy. And when you destroy the economy, you put everything off gear. All the economic indicators will go off gear.
Okay.
And they will increase your debt portfolios, and you continue to, sink the economy.
All right.
And there are repercussions. So when you sink the economy, you have destroyed the entire lives of the country. That was what led to haircuts. People as bad as, I don't know who is bad here. No, you are not bad.
I am.
You understand?
Yeah.
They all get haircut because of economic indiscipline, economic mismanagement. When they were telling them.
And the sad thing is that you are not only hurting yourself, but the government in waiting. Because instead of focusing on developmental issues,
you see, if these people had done their work properly,
and
gotten us sound economic footings, today the government will use that as a springboard to
look at others
higher, strides.
Okay.
But they didn't do that. Their interest was the more Ken Ofurata borrows, the more
indiscipline.
His companies get money.
Okay.
So that insatiable,
appetite
for more money
to borrow.
The country was also suffering.
Looking at things, I don't think you will have any time to talk because it seems you've been talking with.
No. I mean, any sound.
But I mean, it's fine.
Regardless, I mean, it is agreeable.
But I know that outside the studios, my brother, the MPP, will also admit that it's true.
Yes, you admit to what you are saying. I mean, they've actually brought the public debt down from 760 to 68.
Yeah. So in the first place, a country like Ghana should not be borrowing. So I don't subscribe to the fact that even though I know we cannot stand alone as a country, we sometimes would have to rely on people. But when it becomes too much, then you see that the country tends to suffer the consequences. So bringing it to this extent or bringing the debt a bit lower, I think it's a good move.
Okay.
It's a good move.
Okay.
Except that they are also borrowing. It's not as if they are bringing out without borrowing.
How much have they borrowed?
About 59 billion.
When and where?
Since they assume
where
office.
Did they borrow
from they borrow. Though they don't go external, they borrow locally. They do local borrowing. That's why we are not.
But
from the capital market.
We need to credit them. They've not been on the international capital market. I mean, locally they are trying to find.
Do you know my problem?
Borrowing
this is creditable. You see,
I mean, you are supposed to allow me make my point.
No, we will interject. The way manner these guys, devised some strategies to borrow, and they were coining whatever they were doing in economic language, and we are doing smart borrowing. You are doing smart borrowing.
This is my turn.
Ensuring that
this is my turn.
Wealthy, the country is poor.
Okay.
It being your turn doesn't mean you should throw
That's into our.
So are you disputing the fact that they have borrowed?
Razak.
No, we are not disputing.
Okay. So allow me make my point. I just stated the obvious.
But they are doing so responsibly.
I just stated the obvious. So allow me make my point.
No, but you need to let him know that
we will not allow him to lie here.
Mr. Host, respectfully, you need to let him know that they are doing so honestly.
Okay. So as I have stated. It is good that they are able to bring it to the level it is. Yes. So in doing that,
don't use bat.
In doing that,
use any condition.
I'm not going to use bat. You understand? Yeah. But it doesn't mean they are not borrowing. You understand? They are also borrowing.
But they've done well in bringing.
They bringing it back. You know they did.
They've done it with bringing.
They did debt restructuring, or was they? They renegotiated the terms of the debts. So I mean, the effect of that is that you see it reflecting, and the fact that we have the exchange rate,
It's still a good thing, right?
Yes, it's good. Right, yes. So we are saying that the rate at which they are borrowing, if they continue that to the end of their 4 years, it will be worse for us in this country.
Hey.
Yes, about 59 in 9 months is bad.
Okay, that's fair.
Very bad.
That's fair.
And we
but
hope,
you know where you guys took the debt from?
We hope to see that. We hope to see that. You know, they are praising them. They are praising themselves all over, saying that they have done well with regards to the economy and stuff like that. But the impact of that on the economy is not felt in a way, because you look at what is supposed to be done. They said they are doing responsible spending. However, we are expecting that they deliver on the promise they gave to Ghanaians, and in doing that they are supposed to spend. So if you refuse to spend and you come to tell us that because you are not spending, you are able to minimize inflation and stuff like that, but we do not see that what you promised us to do, for example, the 24-hour economy that is supposed to employ graduates, we did not. Yes, I'm just referencing it. It's an example I'm making to support my point. For example, 24-hour economy that they failed to even remember in their.
But are you aware that it's being implemented?
24-hour economy.
Yes.
Okay. Dennis.
The form in which it was promised is not the way it is being implemented. And that's why we have. Remember 360. Relax. You remember 133. The formula 133. You remember what it was supposed to do? Is that what you implemented?
Yes.
No. That's not what you implemented.
Okay, thank you. But I don't know. I mean,
you have
from both ends, justice has been done. Okay. I don't know if you would spare me the time to hit at another very important.
Which is not this topic.
No, yes.
Oh, I mean.
Okay, no problem. Because from both ends, justice have been done. I mean, so I think it's fine.
Hey, make a point. You have to make a point.
No, a point on what?
Okay, but it's a good thing that.
I mean.
Oh, but if it is true, why shouldn't it? Why should must you always? I mean, have something to say about something, even though it's blunt and clear.
He's an independent analyst. Independent analyst.
And he has analyzed it from both ends, and
he's telling you that everything is fine.
You have to do objective analysis, and then you make an objective. So what he did was to agree with the NDC man.
But if it is structural, shouldn't I agree?
But you have also agreed. You need to agree that it's true. We've been able to reduce the debt portfolio. Did you two just agree?
I only stated that. It is good that
agreeing to these facts. You are not the first to do it.
But regardless, I made my point. Are you not aware that they borrowed?
Gentlemen.
Do you support that?
Gentlemen.
So that's why I said you should make. That's why I said you should make constructive argument.
Gentlemen.
Because you know that they borrowed about 59 billion.
I thank you.
And all that he said was to pay the government. You agree with him.
We thank ourselves for the conversation.
So you see, next time.
But before we leave the studios, I mean, our last words before.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I want to go. You know, my constituency is so dear, to me. Domi Kwabenya constituency.
Yeah.
Look, I see a family. But somehow, the disagreements within...
You are doing 2 minutes.
Okay, the disagreements within the constituency is causing me nightmares.
Okay, so do something about this.
Yes,
you are going to lose the seat.
No, we are not going to lose. You will not lose the Domi Kwabenya seat. Once we've been strategic and our strategy worked, I'm sure that we are going to hold on to this seat for a very long time.
Okay.
But what would keep the impetus? What would ensure that we'll do it smoothly? Is the togetherness.
Okay.
So my people in Domi Kwabenya, let's work together. The party structure, the MP's office, we need collaboration to stay on course. Right now, as we speak, the MP is doing well in Parliament. She is representing the entire constituency so well. Right now, as we speak, the party is doing well. So the measure of the two, in a harmonious way, will aid us, will help us to continue to hold on to the seat for long.
Okay.
We will continue to dominate the MPP if
we get that together.
We work together.
Right. So to the people of Domi Kwabenya, your main communication officer here, AP, is admonishing you to bring that togetherness back, that unity that brought you to power.
Yes,
maintain it, and it will let you hold on to the seat much more longer than expected by the NPP. Speaking of the NPP, Razak, what do you have before you leave?
So I want to use this opportunity to thank Honorable Mustafa Yusuf for the good work he has done for the constituency since he came into office. I mean, he has been one member of parliament that we have never had since the inception of the constituency. The marvelous works. Today we can boast of good number of roads, schools, and across board. All the sectors within the constituency is moving along. So we want to say that Honorable Mustafa Yusuf, we say Ayuko, and we pray for you. May God give you good health and keep you going. He's the one that has transformed the constituency. We now see that having a member of parliament, the effect of it in the constituency is being felt today. And we say that may God bless him and may God keep him going.
Okay.
Yes.
It's my neighbor in Kaifa.
Okay. I would want to chip in. I'm a sports enthusiast and a football fan and a staunch football fan as well. I am impressed with the manner in which our various stadiums are being handled now. Yesterday I had the opportunity to be at the Accra Sports Stadium and I was impressed. I was very much impressed with the greenery. I mean, the state in which, as previously it was a total sham. But now I think
you should give credit to my boss, Honorable Mustafa Yusuf.
Dennis.
So I would.
We had about just
So I would like to congratulate and congratulate the head of the sports authority, for the good work done. I mean, Accra Sports Stadium look appetizing as compared to previous times.
Okay. Thank you. Well, so this is where we end the show this morning. It's been encouraging. It's been enlightening.
Who has invested so much in our sport is the Akufo-Addo government.
Okay.
But
this is
by
true.
doing what?
Okay. All right. That's fine. So we thank you. We thank all our guests for making time with us on the show. But this is where we end it. We'll come your way same time tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day.